Wednesday night, Titan Week 3 Conqueror coming at you. It's Lamb, it's Crims. It's everybody you're used to seeing on a Wednesday. As we have some shenanigans. Crims was actually supposed to play tonight, but apparently somebody doesn't want to.
Yeah, I've been officially banned from the league. I'm just too good at League of Legends, so they don't
Oh,
let
that's
me in
Smurf. What
anymore.
was it? Challenger, or was it
Yeah, you
Grandmaster?
could you could look me up. It's closer, just challenger
Oh,
player.
oh.
Yeah, that's what they call me that because I finish games. Just little things, just little things. That's just my alt. That's my alt. Crims is my main.
Nobody actually look up closer and ask him if he's Crims. Nobody do that. Anyway, guys, we got a game tonight on our hands. New World Esports Nova are going to be taking on Dreadzone Gaming Tartarus. See, you like that? The rolling R's, they come into effect.
Yeah.
That's the Scottish caster. We had a hater in the lobby. But my man Boogie brought it back, so this is why Lamb is sticking around tonight. But Crims, we've seen a little glimpse of New World Esports Nova already in this season.
Yeah, we did see them in the Invitational. Of course, they did not make it to the finals, and they were, unfortunately not playing there. I do think that they had some good things. They showed a lot of what they can do in the Invitational, and that was just one game. It was just one BO1 Lamb. We're not going to count anyone out from losing in the Invitational. That was just a little sneak peek, a little preview of what they can do. Now we get them in the real game on stream, and we're ready to see what they can show us.
Well, a real game was in week 2. They actually came out victors in that game. They defeated EDE 2-1 in that one. And there was a lot of focus. Speak of actually Merlin KL was on that Malzahar, and it looked pretty damn good. Another person that comes to highlight for this NWE team was Kayla. He had an impressive performance last time out as well. So two individual performances coming through for this team. They're on the back of a win so far this season, and they're looking to continue that tonight. But they do come up against a team that is not in great form. You could say this early on in the season. It's a little bit more forgivable, but we're starting to amount the weeks as we go on. As Dreadzone Gaming were on the opposing end of a 2-0 loss the last time out. And really, the only person from that game that really stood out was Tofu. Awkward.
Octofu.
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah,
the beginning of
awkward
that
to
one.
Yeah,
Awkward.
yeah,
Yep.
they got you with that one. You just well, Lamb, it is unfortunate both of these teams are 0-2. New World Esports Nova did have that one win against Emotional Damage, but they weren't able to close it out. I do think that they were supposed to win that series. Unfortunately, but now they have their shot to do it again against Dreadzone Gaming here. And both these teams, they're trying to not stick around at the bottom. They're going to try to scramble their way up here. I mean, getting into the season, Lamb, none of these standings are going to stay. They're going to stick. I'm certainly expecting for them to be changing up.
Well, there is a high focus. I mean, the only one that we can work on here is Dreadzone Gaming. They had to go back to the drawing board, right? We'll see what they actually draft up for this game coming up. But NWE, they had a lot of focus on their team compositions and actually trying to dictate the pace of the game, try and control it as much as they can, and really try and push ahead and try and secure that win very early on. Do you think that'll be the same kind of transition into this one? Because this is against a team that you can maybe say you can flex your muscles a little bit, right? You don't need to show your hand too early on in this. Or do you say, well, we're going to give respect to Dreadzone Gaming Tartarus because everybody in the Conqueror League, they're here for a reason and they deserve that respect as we're in the picks and bans. So how do you think they're going to negotiate or even navigate this draft as we're seeing the bans they're coming through?
I do think that they should focus for New World Esports Nova on that more mid-game comp. I don't think they should heavily rely on that early game. It's not something that is going to, you have to be really played out to do that. So they're going to be banning the Jace, Maokai, and Jinx. Those are very strong picks in the meta right now. Seraphine and Zeri is that scaling, and that is New World Esports. They do that scaling. So they take that out, and they're going to blind a Malzahar pick. This is a pick that tends to neutralize enemies. It doesn't matter where you put it, support mid lane. It's all about neutralizing. Make sure that they don't get fed, and you're going to hold them down while the rest of the team wins the game.
Well, we will see. We're understanding how that should be taken care of really quickly here by our producer. But as we go on, we will reflect back onto the draft here. So Ash already taken away as well here, Crimson. That's a super important pick no matter what stage of the game it is.
Okay, yeah, the Ashe and the Ziggs, you could put this in bot lane, and it's going to offer you a lot of poke in lane, a lot of control. Of course, you can flex the Ziggs and the Ashe into other roles. I think that there's a high likelihood that they stay here depending on the enemy picks. Varus going to show up, so they don't get the Ashe-Varus duo. Very strong, by the way, Lamb. So they're going to be doing that. Lilia, I think Lilia is more of a counter pick. Interesting to see her straight up as a blind. Maokai, of course, is gone. There's still strong picks in the meta. I think a Mumu, people have been sleeping on a Mumu a lot here, Lamb. And I think that is a bit of a disappointment. They could also go with a top.
Oh.
J4 into the Malzahar, Varus, and Lilia. All things that can't escape the Cataclysm. So I think that is a solid pick.
Yeah, you're going to burn some flashes with that one, and certainly that combination is enough to get the spell shield off of Malzahar, to say the least. Lilia being locked in here as well. Now, Lilia as a champion, we don't see all that too often in the jungle, but with the recent changes coming through, maybe this champion is rising up there, or maybe it's Comfort. But we can say for sure that Comfort resides in the champion Malzahar. Merlin going to run it back again. He is the god on Malzahar. No, sorry, yeah, was it Mouse? Yes, it was Mouse. I thought it was Cast. No, I said it right the first time. Crims, correct me, baby. But he's going up against that Ziggs. No, that's right. I was on top of it.
You
But
didn't need any of that. Oh, the Scion being taken away.
Yeah, we want to see that. I was about to just touch on, that Scion is still rolling through the draft. He's going to roll into the banning phase and WE, so they take that one away. We won't see that one in this game.
Yeah, I got my buddy TJ here in the game, and that Scion ban is going to ruin my day. Scion God in the top lane. So I guess it makes sense that we won't be seeing that, as a mid lane ban is going to be taken up. There's the Jhin Ashe. That's going to have a lot of lockdown onto this Varus, long range engage, and they're going to be able to use that to potentially kill a Varus or even the Malzahar from long distance here. So Varus is going to need some protection, or they're going to fight fire with fire. Either one is going to do for this bot lane. I mean, meta says you probably pick Karma here, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, it's a normal takeaway that you take that Varus away from the Ashe because it pairs so well. Thresh, engage, support. We're back. Love it. A lot of emphasis on that one, and that makes Ashe and Jhin think twice about the engages in that bot lane, albeit that they can engage from far away. The roots accompanied by the slows. Certainly going to help J4 lock anything down there in that bot side. So really interesting bot lane matchup, but I just want to go back to the fact that you take the Varus away, and you're quite rightly so, the next available AD carry that you usually pair with the Ashe is going to be that Jhin for that long range lockdown potential. Ornn gets locked in. We don't see the Scion, but he's pretty similar in color there, Crims. Big goat coming in the top lane.
Yeah, you like big beefy boys, as we have Ornn here being picked up in the top side. The Ornn, though, is a very vulnerable pick. I don't see any bans to the Ornn counters. There is a plethora of them. I mean, there's Aatrox, Fiora. They're going to go something a bit spicy here. I'm thinking this is actually a Vayne top here, Lamb.
Okay.
Yeah, you're surprised about that? You weren't expecting a Vayne top?
I mean, against Ornn, this is going to be an absolute nightmare in that top lane, actually, for the Ornn. Vayne is not somebody that you can duel very easily in that 1v1. Once you don't have your charge anymore, Vayne just runs you down, and that passive accompanied on this champion with the bolts as well, true damage that goes through. It's going to spell really good time there up in the top lane. But one thing is for sure about DZG in this game: they are very, very squishy champions into a massive AoE sleep that can come from the jungle for NWE here, Crims.
Yeah, if they engage a little too far right into the Lilia Q range, she's just going to go ahead and sleep them on up. The thing is, though, Lamb, I mean, if we look at DZG's comp, how many champions are going to be in that melee range? Not too many of them. Vayne, it probably might be a target. She is a shorter range of those 80 carries. So as long as they keep their distance here, they should be able to zone away the Lilia with the Ashe poke and Ziggs poke. And then whenever you need to go in, lock them down. Ashe, Jhin, plenty of lockdown. So they have answers on the side of DZG. If they just are a bit wise, don't really overextend, they're not going to get punished by the Lilia. That being the case, That being the case,
I was
here.
going to call you on it. You
No,
got it. You got it.
I'm just trolling the producer here. That being the case, Ornn can certainly make that an issue and get that Lilia into range. And that will probably be their undoing here. So DZG, they have to make sure they don't get engaged on. Ornn's going to make that very, very difficult, Lamb. They're going to need to be able to pull the trigger first. So from the side of NWE, just need to hold your wits and pick your times accordingly. And if you can get, I think, a 2 or 3 man knockup with the Lilia in tow, should be a winning team fight for you around these objectives. It's objective focus, Lamb. That's what we're going to see in these games. A lot of fights around these objectives, the Dragon and the Bear.
Well, I think if New World Esports Nova, they buy their time in this game, they could probably just brute force this composition. The one thing that is the later this game goes on, the more harder you deal with that Vayne will actually be. But the fortunate thing for NWE is that Vayne is a single target damage champion, right? It's not really the same way that the Jin Q can come through, and of course the fourth shot is going to be single as well. So there's a lot of decision making that has to go into it, right? Where do you put the Malzahar ult onto? Well, basically anybody who's fed. Setting up with the J4 as well, that can be troublesome if you lock in any of your teammates as well into the Lilia. If you can actually get onto her, then it could be a problem. So there's a lot of navigating in this in these team fights, like the micro team fights. Farman, I see you, baby. What's up? Welcome. We always like to see you in the chat, my boy. So a lot of navigating has to be done. Need to time it correctly. For DZG, you can't run in their Dreadzone. They have to be patient. They have to be disciplined. They can't throw all of their AD carries because they've got 3 of them right now and they've got an AP carry in Ziggs. You can't be in melee distance of New World Esports Nova or it's absolute massacre territory.
They will be slaughtered if they get flanked by this Ornn or the Lilia. And this is going to be a very interesting game. DZG kind of picked a difficult comp. They're riding a 0-2 here, and they're saying, yeah, I think we have the execution level. So that is some crazy guts coming out from DZG when, I mean, if you go 0-3, that's when you start to get a bit worried for your top of the standings here, Lamb. So for them, this is a very, very interesting comp. If they pull it off, I mean, it's going to be a huge boon for them. They probably will have a lot of momentum swinging into the next game. NWE, though, they just have to hold. And I think that for them, this is the easier comp. And I think that, you know, I'm gonna say that they're like 51% chance going to win this.
Oh, so it's going to be a very close game. I hope it is going to be a close game, and for good reason. That everybody loves a dodgeball story. Everybody wants that underdog to do well. And of course, in this case, we can say just from the standings, not an individual or anything like that, because we're yet to see Dreadzone live in action. And me and Crims, we are heavily opinionated. So if you don't play well, especially Crims, he will let you know. You're gonna let the people know. I'm more of that mediator. I'm just the guy that gets caught in the middle.
Yeah, but well, when Lamb starts flaming you, then you know you've really messed up.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
That's the case.
That's it.
So
you've had it. That's it. If you ruin it, then it's done. It's over. We're getting way off. But look, guys, everybody's locked in. We're getting into the delay right now, but we're going to cut to a small break. But when we come back, that Cinderella story, dodgeball or not, Dreadzone, they're up against it. New World Esports Nova. Game 1 coming right after this. Welcome back, fans. Crims was actually just practicing his counting off stream.
Oh,
Hope that one was
yes.
clipped.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I can count. In fact, proven without a
Prove it.
doubt. Yeah, well, we can get that clip rolling as soon as we get this game
That's gonna be the
started
replay.
here.
It's gonna be the
Uh,
replay.
they're having a very gutsy invade into a Thresh comp of all things here. Doesn't look like it's going to get called out as the jungler is. Oh, wait, they've snuck their way through. I thought they were going to get spotted by the Thresh and Varus. They might know about this. They
I
did
think they
walk through
do.
a ward,
Yeah.
so they have full. Okay, so I thought they were going to walk in around, but they're waiting very patiently on the side of New World Esports. So they had sights the whole time. They're not going to walk right into there. And they get out without a hitch. It did cost them 3 wards to 1, but now they know exactly that that is a safe red buff.
Well, they got a ward on the opposite side on that red buff as well. So both of the junglers, actually, I want to say both of the junglers, but if the bot lane isn't shown here, I mean, it's a guessing game, right? You coin flip to see where that opposing jungler is going to start. Looks like for this case, we're going to go on full clear in that bot side. Lily actually pulling round to get those Krugs. We'll see if it actually goes to Raptors and then up to the blue buff to clear that one. And up there in the top lane, it's going to be very enticing. You know, Lanier on this Vayne. It's very easy to get the summoners out if you're up there pretty early on. So we'll see if that's where the pathing will take the Lilia. But the J4 just as effective for your Crimson. If you can set it up nicely and get a condemn into the wall, that Ornn could be in big trouble as well.
Just has to avoid the J4 gank in general. Jarvan is such a strong early game ganker. Level 2, level 3 can get the job done. Does a lot of early game damage, but tends to fall off pretty heavy into the mid and late game. So looking for Paneer here to really get the cheese going.
Oh, that is such I don't know if it's big brain plays or just by coincidence, but Daddy Zillion sent out that hawk shot, and as that appeared on the map, Kaylor walked into that brush, didn't start up the Raptors, and then continued pathing once it was gone. So the jungler actually wasn't spotted by that vision from Ashe. So big brain plays or coincidental, either way, it was pretty impressive. But J4 is up there very early on in the top side. Looks like they're going for an invade
There's
because
invade.
they predict that Lilia is going to be here, and she is. She's low on mana. Paneer has the smite available, and that blue buff will go away. Oh, flag and drag. It lands on the Kaylor. Flash away. One
Beautiful.
more auto attack. There we go. First blood. Lanier.
Yeah, Lanier gets the first blood on Vayne with a red buff into the Ornn. Absolute nightmare scenario for Varus up there. And now, I mean, look, they had the hawk shot. You just need to see the camps land. And even then, you kind of know Lilia is going to be up there anyway. Going to be doing a full clear. It's just Lilia things. Good knowledge. They had the push on top side. Good execution on that play. And now they win big. Now, Lanier, red buff, going to completely control top side. And there's nothing this Ornn can do.
Why take a blue buff when you can just kill the jungler and take the red buff? Paneer going for the wraparound. Merlin doesn't have that. Gets a flash. Good flash, actually, to get away from that. Almost gets caught with a flag and drag. But that double scuttle will not happen here, as Lilia did find the Jarvan with the swirl seed. So Paneer returns to his side of the jungle right now. And already you're kind of seeing the acceleration they want to put onto this game, as Lania again trading heavily with Varus. He's going to end up pushed underneath that turret, and it can be a little bit dicey trying to dodge that condemn. And he's burning with that red buff too. It's going to hurt, but a couple more auto attacks, and it could be a dead Ornn up there. He needs to be careful.
Yeah, Varus didn't go for the Dorn shield. Has to pop these potions to heal. Has the biscuits. Cookies are going to make the pain go away just a little bit. Meanwhile, Lanier is going to heal up from the red and the cull as well. I mean, we're just talking about it because it's such a big event here for this Vayne in the top side. Meanwhile, mid lane going even. Ziggs and Malzahar both have really good wave clear, so they're just going to be clearing into each other. I'm assuming not much is going to happen till level 6. Bot side, control goes over to the poke lane. Who would have guessed it? The Jhin and the Ashe can just control the lane through those long range spells. And the Thresh so far, I don't think has landed a hook. And so that's the only way they can wrestle control from the hands of DZG's bot lane.
Yeah, that hook has got to be the battle of the mental. You need to hold on to that for as long as you can and throw it out when they least expect it. But the wave state has to be in a favorable position for you to do that. They do have that wave bouncing back to them. It will be slowly, but the ball lane of NWE will get back here and they'll make sure they can push that in time. But I think they'll get there. That's a good reset coming out of the ball lane of Dreadzone. Gaming Tartarus, who are off to a good start, it has to be said here, Crim. So that Vayne counter pick already is paying off. Oh, I might have just jinxed it. Crims,
yeah,
Swirl
three-man
Seed.
gank.
Lani doesn't have any sums. He used a killer. Nethergrass comes out. You said there'll be action when that level 6 is giving hit, and that's exactly what's going to happen as Merlin makes that transition up to the top lane, and they drop the top laner.
Kaylor hitting the Swirl Seed, getting the slow so Merlin can get in range despite the ghost of Lanier. That is going to be one win back in the books. And look at this wave. It's huge. That is going to be a very sad sight for Lanier, just to watch all his minions burn to the turret. Kaylor, though, is back. They're going to go for some poke. I don't think they... I mean, it's kind of a waste of time. I don't think they're going to be able to get anything here. Maybe an extra plate, but it's going to be pretty gutsy to walk up to J4 and try to get that.
Oh, Merlin is on that wave clearing duty, getting pushed in by the Ziggs. This will be thoroughly returned. Teleport already used from Malzahar. He doesn't have any mana. Now as that hook doesn't get anything, the Flay will still go ahead with it. JC forcing this, gets the flash out. Jin, Deadly Flourish comes back, roots up the Thresh. Pierce Narrow goes wide from Boogie, so that one won't hit, and that cleanse was used by the virus, so going forward, needs to keep that in mind.
Yeah, Zaddy doesn't get hit by the hook there. Was such a huge interaction, was able to just poke back, and that was excellent play from the bot side there. This gold lead has shrunk just a little bit though.
Oh, he doesn't waste any time. He knows he got the flash. He gets the cleanse. Boogie gets the kill. They make a big play in that bot lane. They're tired. They've been pushed in all the time here, Crims.
They've been getting rained on, a shower of ammunition in their face. Meanwhile, Paneer going for topside.
Oh, wow, this is ambitious. Paneer has to flash out there,
wait,
call it a forge. Oh, he needed one more. Oh, he almost gets run over. Caster minion. Yeah, you're going to get killed. Unlucky, buddy.
Oh, man, 2 more autos wasn't necessary, and Lanier only got the 1. And with Paneer very low, there's no way they can contest this dragon. The push from the bot side, that kill seals the deal. First dragon going over to New World Esports. They're not even going to be able to pick up the Rift Herald in return, Lamb. So that play cost them a whole lot.
Yeah, Boogie, nobody's seen that. Oh, hook lands, gets a flash out. What do you call him?
Zaddy.
Zaddy? Yeah, I prefer... I was going to say I prefer that, but yeah, he gets the flash out of the ash in this case. Now those hooks, they're starting to land. They're starting to land, though.
Lamb, just say Zaddy.
Wait, are you asking me?
Yeah, say it. Just say the word Zaddy. Yeah, see, he can't do it. All right, well.
It's going to come across really weird.
That's all right. I mean, look, his name is Daddy Zillion. It's just fitting here, so. I mean, I think Zillion would be more of a grandpa. He's not really a dad, you know? I mean,
that's not even Zillion, though.
That's, I guess, okay, so you're only going to call him that if he picks Zillion.
That's true.
Okay, I think that's fair. That's fair. That's a fair pick.
I think it should just be Addy. Addy since it's Ash. Just Addy.
I guess that works. We have to do that with every
Look at this roam, though. Oh, whoa. Yeah, maybe. JC. Yeah, those rush Mobies on the Thresh. Paneer goes forward. Cataclysm is about to be up. He gets the lantern down to shield him for now. Giant Crystal Arrow actually hits on the money. That's Zaddy right there. He's made the roam up to the top lane. There we go, Crims. Infernal Bomb comes down. Flag and Drag misses. Varus walking away very slowly. Malenic Visions goes down from Malzahar. Won't be enough to keep him alive. The Ornn will fall to the Ziggs in that top lane as now they're looking. Start Shelly. She was just a spectator.
Oh, it looks like JCV just took a step too far and was the first one to get picked off there. Kaylor does make it out. Varus not so lucky. Looks like they don't have the confidence to go for that Rift Herald, but they have 4 topside. They certainly can do it if they want. And Kaylor has no sleep. So this should be a free Rift Herald. I guess they're just gonna take a safer option, not even try to risk it here.
Oh, we'll see if that opportunity comes by them again. Good sidestep. If you call that sidestep, Maze. Certainly
Is that a
nice and safe
sidestep or
down
a
there.
miss? You know, it's one of those
Do
ones.
you know what? We'll give it to JC. He's been on point with his hooks thus far. That was a good roam up there. So the Thresh definitely put respect on him because he's going to come back to bite you, Crims. Don't want to end up on the other side of that one. But that, Shelly, the vision is going to be cleared out by Kaylor. So they are making plays around this Herald because we don't see another Dragon for 230 right now. Is Lania, that swirl
Ash
seed
Herald?
goes wide. They can call that
Oh.
a spare. No, it actually hits Paneer. So, just unfortunate circumstances. They do find the J4 fishing around in the top lane.
They don't even get the chance to go for it now. I wonder what they're waiting for. Their bot side, though, might be able to just be able to pick up 2 free plates. So, worthwhile trade if they can get that happening. They don't need the Rift Herald to do that. And you're going aggressive. They're going for it.
Cataclysm can condemn him into that. It's a good combination. Paneer still tanking, out of range for the last shot. But Lania gets that one as that swirl seed goes wide again. They snuck that Herald, but they give over the top laner again.
Third time's the charm. They have that. They have the go at it again. Another gank in the top side, and they pick it up this time for Lanier. Got himself a bounty, and they're really utilizing that Cataclysm and the arrow for that
Flash,
combo.
Chains of Corruption, gets the cleanse already, but Merlin
Oh,
is
the
here.
hook.
You got to say that this is going to be ideal. Get on either one of them. They're so squishy. Flay picks up 2, gets the flash out of Jin, but Ash falls. What a great roam again coming through from Merlin. They bait out the cleanse. So either way, he was getting paid big time for that one as they kill the Ash and let the Jin live for now with no summoners. As Kalar goes aggressive on the Ziggs, he gets the satchel out. He's trying to stay alive. He gets comboed, slept.
Oh,
He will
flash out of
walk
it.
away.
Yeah, Flash out of the Q range. Definitely saved his life there. 4-4 and dead even scoreline at 12 minutes in. This is going to be a close one. Lanier still not full strength on the top side. Has the boots, so can, you know, dance around this Ornn for now. But bot side, it's forming up to be a dragon team fight.
Never mind the dragon right now. They're fighting over the Grom. JC takes a lot of damage. Current call comes out, going to slow up Boogie, but they decide to
They got him.
face up the Thresh. And Ziggs will get the last hit on him. As they punish them for that invade. They just didn't have enough numbers there at the right time.
JCV gets caught out again. He's looking for plays, trying to start things, and it is costing him a bit here. That Ziggs TP on the bot side really helped them out in catching out the Thresh. They should be able to get control of the area, but they have to probably fight again. This Thresh has been revived, and now Lanier setting opportunity.
Yeah, that's the final hour up there. Gets a flash out with the Ornn, and that will be out of range. Even with that Knight Hunter passive, Vayne does not accept that invitation to go forward. His Argo is under threat in that mid lane, but his team is rallied around his dragon, so this is a lot of pressure for the Ziggs to take on. While this happens, that's going to be Hex Flash across the wall. Thresh left all alone. JC Paneer has to disengage. Pierce Arrow will tag up the J4. Flash, flag and drag to safety. And they'll settle for the skull by giving over that dragon. A dragon apiece.
Yeah, I would prefer the Earth Dragon here. Those stats are going to come mighty in hand in a couple minutes here when, you know, the champions get leveled up and those bonus stats start accruing. Meanwhile, mid lane going to be taken down a notch, and I do think for now in this mid game toss up, DZG can make a big play to win the game. They need their mythics on their 80 carries though. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit rough for them. They've been doing a good job getting picks around the map. They're playing around their top side Vayne into this Ornn. So far, good. But they're going to need to make a huge difference in this gold sometime soon.
Boogie waiting, chains,
There it
land,
is.
Jin there for a second, no summoners, and will be put to sleep by Boogie. They ambush him, they get him. That's a freebie.
It did look really free. Boogie, 3-0 going on this poke. Varus, they have the engage. The knockup's going to land. Kalar gets pushed away.
Oh,
TJ
they
Lanier
commit
trying
under
his
the
best.
turret.
to dodge. He's gonna burn down though, but that is a trade kill. Outplay in my book there, Lamb.
Action in the bot lane. Bot's going to be activated here because the squad are here. It collapsed on JC. They're trying to get a little bit back for Jin. They do in the circumstances of the Thresh. Boogie will live, but his support will fall. As Merlin now on that first tier in that mid lane. The gold, the kills are starting to come through.
And look at this. There's a bit of a silent carry from
Oh,
Argo.
the
They're
dive,
going to go
flag and
for
drag
it.
cataclysm. Oh, Paneer.
Oh.
He actually lives.
Yeah, the mega death bomb and then the satchel to kill the turret. So his jungler survives. Paneer finishes the mythic on the Gore Drinker. We have the Bork from Lanier. Going to be a lot of damage at the top side and chase down. And Argo, look at this. 4-0, 450 gold. This rat is getting rich in the game here.
We got James Bond in the jungle. There's a 007 for Paneer. Izzy's red buff. Yeah, you're getting help right there from your top laner to take away your red buff right there. But that's a Vayne going into the orange, so you're going to give that one over 9 times out of 10. If it's me personally, yeah, I'm taking that. That's my red. That belongs to me. It'd be like that sometimes. I mean, you got 3 AD carries on your team. You got no chance of getting that red buff here, Crims, right? As soon as this game goes past that 15-minute mark, you throw it up as a coin flip. Whoever's there, they get it.
You don't even get the enemy red either. You're definitely going to be giving that over.
No, it feels bad. It was bad, but it accelerates your laners, and that's exactly what they need up there in the top lane to keep this Vayne up in the pressure. 4 kills in the game, falling 3 times, but that pressure will never slow down. Chains go out from Boogie. Current call goes down as well. Gonna get body block. Mega Inferno Bomb is in range.
Oh,
Argo,
is.
5th kill of the game. JC tags up every shot of that current call. They're laying down the heart. They're laying down the siege. Swirl Seed lands on 2. What he put on my sleeve? No, Kaler does not pull the trigger just yet, but pulls the wave. Goes back in. Argo gets tagged by that. Gets raided up right there.
Again.
Gets raided up again. This is a combination. This is devastating combination. Kaler hesitates, but you know who doesn't? Dreadzone Gaming Tartarus. They pull that trigger in the mid lane and they make the jungler count.
They're giving up some on the side lane here. Look at Merlin. This dude is a tower wizard. They're already killing the second one. He's got so many minions here. This push is going to knock down this turret. But meanwhile, in that mid lane, Lamb, they're getting kills from a screen away. They don't even have to see you to kill you. And that's going to give them this Rift Herald. They haven't cracked the mid turret, though. That is their thorn in their side for DZG. They're going to need to get rid of this if they want to have a shot at these next dragons.
1400 is a gold lead for Tartarus, and this is definitely a step up from the last time out. They are playing as well as they can. Their team composition definitely excels at long range competitive team fighting, and they're definitely playing towards that, but for how much longer? Because they do have to fend off that Lilia, who does have that stopwatch. You can see the mythic starting to come through for this team. 2 Leandres here. That's a little bit surprising. You know, that doesn't stack here, Crims, but is that the itemization you would have on both of these guys?
I think that, yeah, I think everyone's itemization looks good. I think it makes sense for everyone. Yeah, everyone's basically doing meta stuff. Ornn doing his best to get an item scrounged together, but is a bit in a rut right now. I have to say, look at Argo. Already on 2 items, tier completed as well. Working on that 3rd. This is a lot of value coming out of the Ziggs, making it look good.
Well, that dragon is right around the corner here, and you can see them fending for that vision. It's kind of scarred right now, but Varus using a big cooldown with his dragon, about to be on the board as well. If he doesn't get the kill, he might be able to get him here. Final hour comes out, and Viz tumble. Oh, not committed enough, and that dragon will go over to Kaler. It's a good smite coming through. They don't stick around for the fight either. That's a good disengage.
They are going to lose that dragon. They just have no ability to get control over it. I don't think I like the Rift Herald on Lanier. I think they could have used it mid to get dragon control. It looks like there's going to be a fight on 2 fronts here.
Paneer could go to sleep here, just like Khabib did to McGregor.
Oh,
No, they'll return it. They blow up the Malzahar. Paneer flashes away. Now the AD carry's taking over the fight. Double kill in Maze. As he stands back and just watches them fall. Lanier running down. Varus doesn't have any more cooldowns. There we go. He dodges that Bellows Breath as well. No Unstoppable going to help you out there. Is Shelly still marching it down top lane as well. They won't be able to get any more damage on that mid lane first tier. But man, Tartarus, they're in a good place in this game right now.
Huge overextension from Merlin. Oh, I think Lanier might be getting picked up here. Went aggressive, flashes in. That
Oh,
was so
so
close.
close.
That was so close. Boogie does get the shutdown.
Mid
That is
lane.
a lot of gold. Yeah, that was at the cost of the mid lane. The satchel, don't forget, executes turrets. They are able to burst down 2 for winning that team fight and the roam over from their 80 carry. So they have themselves a nice advantage in map pressure. They have a gold lead. If they keep overextending on DZG, I mean, they need their Ornn, but Ornn's just getting held down by this Vayne in the top side. They need to figure out a way to free Ornn and activate him in these team fights, or they're going to keep overextending and lose Lamb.
Losing is never good. And especially when you're in hot form, it's not something you want to entertain at any stages of the game. But right now, that goal lead is going to be added onto the side of Dreadzone here, 4,000 to the good. And if they keep this up, honestly, that snowball will keep on rolling. And for champions like Ziggs, champions like Vayne as well, and I believe that's a cleanse coming out from Maze, the threat of dying is that much more. But it looks like every time that Jhin is under threat, that cleanse is just about up, but he still has that flash available, which is going to be also important.
Arrow
As that
let loose.
enchanneled arrow will go out, it'll hit up the thresh, you'll get tagged up again, but that'll be it. JC will walk away with a couple of wounds, but nothing too severe, as there's no objectives on the map apart from Baron, and now they're cleaning out that as a squad, so the vision is going to be also important. That hook goes wide again. JC resembling that early game. These hooks, they're just not landing now.
Is really finding the pressure to land those hooks here. Engage from Paneer. They might have some kills.
A little bit split here. Call of the Forge goes out, not connecting. Teleport going to be committed here by Ziggs. Argo will join the team. Infernal Bomb lands on Boogie, and JC takes Boogie down to about 10%. He's still burning with that Leandries. Kaylor gets tagged up. Merlin will be able to body block anymore, but it doesn't come. That opens up that window. The Baron is going to be started.
This is a very aggressive Baron. They have them on back timers, though. Vayne with the Bork can take Baron down in just a matter of seconds here. I don't think they have, I mean, they should have an idea. There's some wards in the area. They should know about this, but they're just not able to challenge. There's too many in the mid lane. They have so much range and locked in. If you go in, you're just going to die. And now DZG, they're picking up a Baron.
Oh, that Ashel was actually blocked by the spell shield of Merlin. So it wouldn't have negated that engage any further, but that Baron went over at the right time, and then they have to back off. They can't take that team fight not knowing where the rest of the team are. They sneaked the Baron. Well, I say they sneak it, but it looks like it was done under full knowledge. They just couldn't do anything about it.
The range and the control that they had over the mid lane completely dissuaded that Baron, and the power of the Vayne in taking down objectives like Baron was very, very strong there. That Bork plus the Vayne passive, that Silver Bolts combo just takes out those objectives in no time flat. So they're going to use this Baron. They can roll it into this Dragon as well, and Hextech Soul for 380 carries. That's pretty nice.
It's not bad. Not bad at all. Let's see who can get down in this outside river where blood will be spilled. No, Ash Arrow goes out, doesn't connect on anybody. Right away, doesn't go back. He will get the J4 first, so that's already the front line got this composition that requires long range engagement. That's not a problem, Lanny. Look at it, Night Hunter. That Night Hunter's been popped. This might and this one is going to sleep. It doesn't matter. The Lily already falls. The curtain call, and that curtain is falling on NWE as Dread fight, and they will claim that dragon for their own.
Dreadzone, no fear in this one. They roll right into Kaylor without their frontliner, Lanier. Oh, that is some huge damage. That was just, what, half a second, and that's already almost half your HP bar. Argo has huge poke and range. Merlin won't be able to defend this one with the Baron. It's going to be chump change.
Arrow on the money again.
They don't have it.
Argo, how'd you miss?
Yeah, it was a very, very still Thresh there. Maybe he's only good at moving targets. Always leads it no matter what.
Let him off with that 5-0 and 4. That's not bad for the Ziggs in this game. Almost got that Rabadons as well here. Trims, he's very accelerated. He's definitely enjoying it out there, and this has got to bode well going into game 2. You know, he's had such a clean game. He's yet to die, and probably game, but how do you actually get on top of this very fed mid laner?
He can just threaten you with so much damage. It's hard to get in, and I've yet to see really an effective Ornhorn. Not to the fault of Varus, just hasn't been able to find a good position.
Yeah, the grass
There's
down
no
on
Q.
Vayne.
Yeah,
Good
no
night.
Q,
Yeah,
SS.
Vayne was there. Arrow comes out a little bit too late.
Return
Maybe we'll
fire
follow
here.
this up. Oh, Deadly Flourish lands as well. Paneer will follow that one up. Kaylor hits the stasis just for a minute. Comes back out. Cataclysm going to fall into Merlin. The mid laner gets blown up by Argo. Opposing mid laner, the king of the mid lane in this case. Ornhorn comes out for just a second. Paneer still in the middle. Fully stacked Conqueror can definitely duel this one out. Maze peeling off to the side. Searing Charge not going to land by Varus. Watches the support. Just die. Just disappear. His health bar. Emulating that right now as the rest of the team are collapsing onto the Ornn. He will dive to safety, but he's all alone and the push is about to come.
He was tanking them for quite some time, but a lone Ornn is not going to be able to win that despite how tanky he is. The one tank buster they did have, Lanier, wasn't there, but they still win the team fight. They pick up all the low health members, and now they're using this Baron. Punch down the last remnants of a defense. Baron does time out. Varus, though, okay, is going to be able to stall it out, save that inhib, and now 2 minutes away from the next objective. There is a lot that needs to be done from New Wave, but on the side of DZG, you can just chill, wait for these objectives set up, and that should be a win. That 49% is looking like they're going to take the victory here, Lamb.
Oh, it's good odds for any man. You did say that it was going to be a close game, and it was for the most part, but now we are looking at a 7,000 gold lead for this team who are coming off of a really relatively heavy defeat. 2-0, and they've not looked out of place in this one. They've looked really competitive, and Varus is under threat here from the Vayne. If they get the Ornn, they might be able to punch open his base. The rest of the squad are coming. 4v2, going to be engaged, going to be teleported in. This is Argo. Chains of Corruption only going to go into Paneer. The Ash Arrow actually hits Lilia. Stops her engage. Cataclysm roots up 3. Oh, massive damage from Argo. Curtain call down. Boogie, no dancing no more. That disco is only belonging to one person, and one person only is Lania. Ducks and Jukes that one. They get the ace, and it looks like they're going to take this game.
Lamb, that was technically a 3v5, but the long range of Mace and Zaddy there just completely able to contribute to that fight. Zone, get the kills with their ultimates, and now they're just steamrolling right in the base. They played that high execution comp to a T. To a T here, Lamb. Completely controlled the game. Got their Vayne fed in the top side, holding down the Ornn. No massive Ornhorns this game. And they're just getting kills from a screen away. They're not even looking at you, and they can pick you up from a distance. DZG looked amazing in that game, Lamb.
Looked like a completely different team, and this is going to set up for a really interesting second game, because ultimately if they can take this one 2-0, this kind of sends a message, Crims. You have a really bad game week, and this is a correlation that you have in all leagues, not only Titan, is regardless of what team state you're in, if you have a bad game that week, if you have a bad couple games, you go back to the drawing board, you hit that flex queue. I mean, you might even hit the practice tool, I don't know, and you kind of come up with something a little bit different. We've seen 3 AD carries, a really squishy team composition. And what happens? They play that team composition to the almost to the perfect, I would say, probably to the perfect result that they potentially could have had.
What letter would you describe?
What's that letter? I was trying, do you know what? I was trying to not say it, but it was to a T, to T. It was to the T. TJ
Yes.
Lanier.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where I was going to go. The T
Come on.
stands for TJ Lanier in the top side, doing his job, making sure Ornn is never there at the team fights. Just had it in him to completely control that lane. Varus, I mean, he was just camped up there. He even had a little home, and TJ Lanier blew it down after as well. So I think the other hero in this game is definitely Argo. I mean, that Ziggs play, how many satchels did he get? He's just completely picking off JCV in the bot side, picking him off when he's trying to make plays on the map. And then Mega Inferno bombs were absolutely devastating. I mean, they're just getting snared up, rooted, stunned, and then the bomb comes right in overhead and nukes those HP bars. They knew exactly how to play this comp. I'm wondering, is this a trick that you could pull twice, Lamb? Maybe DCG can do it again.
Well, you're gonna have to make it a good one because you got Merlin on the other team, and Merlin, by tradition, is a magician. But I do want to see the damage in this game. And I got a funny feeling it's going to belong all to one person, maybe a couple of people. You know, Argo is a good argument in this game as well. And you already said that, yeah, wow, it was, I mean, it was pretty close. I mean, Vayne was kind of going in on Ornn pretty much relentlessly, right? You're going to
Mhm.
pad the stats a little bit up there. But I mean, you can see across the board, it's pretty much what you expect, right? You're going into these lanes.
Yeah, I think I didn't expect as much J4 damage as well. And then the Ash poke you can see right there, 10k just through poke damage. That is a lot. And the kill, I mean, look at this kill score line, 26, 9, and 52. That's a lot of kills and not a lot of deaths here. And DZG, I mean, they're just turning over a new leaf here.
Yeah, turning over a new leaf, turning over the whole damn tree as they cut that one down in their way in game one. But remember, this is, you know, it's a best of three. So you have to win both games if you're to take this series. So it's still quite there for New World Esports Nova as we know how they can play. But it's up to them to actually take the game to Dreadzone Gaming. Tartarus, as that pendulum swings one way, it could swing the other way. In fact, it could be completely cut down if Dreadzone just keep this momentum up because man, they look so good in that game one. But guys, we're going to cut to a small break. We understand there's a couple of hiccups in that game, so thank you very much for your feedback. And Lanier, not Paddy, pure damage. Love it. Love the confidence. We'll see you after this break for game two.
Wait, no, he's still muted. He's still muted.
This is
Okay.
impossible.
All right, I don't know what's
I
going on. Okay, so it
back.
looks like we're still
We're
gonna be
back.
having some crackling here. We haven't figured out everything 100%. I'm having Lucan talk to me through, in my earpiece as I am trying to talk here. And that's just how it's gonna be, guys. I'm sorry until Lucan figures it out. Meanwhile, I hope you guys can hear Lamb. If you can't hear Lamb, you're gonna have to shout out in the chat.
Please
Otherwise,
hear
I have
me.
no idea because I can always hear Lamb in my
I can
head. It's a
hear.
curse.
I
It's a
can hear two
curse.
of you right now. I can't hear anything. Oh my god, there's so much audio going on my end.
All right, well, we
Oh
have the
my
draft underway.
god,
Lamb's gonna have
it's
just
cursed.
some hit
It's
a
cursed. Okay, we're
fit.
fine. We're
He's
fine.
gonna have a he's just gonna be a hysterical fit for a while this draft is going on. DZG on the blue side this
Okay.
time around, and New Wave Esports are gonna try to find a win on the red side. And
Tag me in.
this is a
Tag me in.
scuff cast. We were doing good up until this point.
Tag me. Tag me in. Tagged in. Tagged in. We're tagged in. Oh yeah, baby. We're back just in time for the draft. Hopefully. Let me unmute. Yep. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay, Crims, let's talk about the game. For God's sake, we're finally here. Hold on a second. I have no. Crims, talk for a minute.
Lamb, I cannot hear you. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. We're good. I must have local muted Lamb when I was trying to mute the
Please unmute
producer.
me. Please just
I
unmute
didn't
me.
want to I didn't want to hear Lamb anymore.
I
He was
just want to
annoying
be
me.
heard.
You guys don't get to be with Lamb 24/7. You don't understand how annoying he can be. Okay. All right. Are we good now? Is everything clear? Did we figure everything out?
Later. It's fine. Okay, we're cutting to a small. I'm only kidding. Okay, let's go through the draft here. Crims,
Okay.
can you hear me?
I can hear you. We're good.
Okay,
I can
thank
hear
God. We're back. They thought they could pull us away and we just get right back. We're like magnets, baby.
We found our way back to this game somehow. We were astral projecting for a moment as I was in a different place. Seraphine is let through. It's going to be picked up by DZG, and now New Wave Esports are going to snap up the Varus. They're interestingly going to be picking a Morgana here. Not a meta pick, but certainly can be able to block some of the abilities of Seraphine.
Yes, as I just bring up the draft link.
Oh no!
I know we're
this is
good. We're
terrible.
good.
This is terrible.
I was literally watching the stream, like, oh wow, this is so entertaining. No, okay, Scion, it was lit through the bans. We get
There
it.
is.
This stream, this game is already looking 10 times as better as last game, Crims, for multiple magnitudes of reasons. The Scion lit through going to be locked in his second pick here.
All right, TJ Lanier on the Scion. This is his main champion. Has played a ton of games, a ton of styles on the Scion. And look at this triple S on the side of TZG, Seraphine, Scion, and Sona.
The triple S's, maybe it's the Exodia that they're looking for. Well, they don't even need the Exodia. They had it in the last game. But, I mean, if this is a trend to go through, then I'm not going to argue with that. We'll see what else they can pull out the bag. Is Wukong going to be locked in for New World Esports Nova here? So, again, Wukong is another early game jungler, wants to get busy. I mean, I really like the pair up of Varus and Morgana here. And the fact that they banned the Ashe away, you can't pair that up with anything. So, if anything's to take away from it, as long as you don't get the Ashe, then it really takes the rest of the AD carries off the board in terms of supporting. But, I mean, Jhin still could have been viable in one way or another, right? You can still pair up with the Varus. They still have the same win condition from far away. They don't want to be in melee distance of any champion. But that can be very hard when there's a Scion on the other team.
I mean, you could also just go with the Caitlyn. Don't have to pick the Jhin. Tried and true bot lane winner in that Caitlyn pick. The Zed can be taken away. No more Nasus as well. And with this Wukong pick, that could be a... Yep, there's the Hecarim as well. They're just going to clamp down on the
No.
jungle just a bit, as the last ban is going to follow through here. The Varus Morgana, they... Oh, wait, are they going to go double? They're going to go Sarasona bot lane. No, oh, wait a minute. I'm sniffing out a bit of trickery here, Lamb. I don't think Seraphine's going to go mid lane. I think this is going to be Seraphine Sona bot lane. Interesting. I think I'm smelling it, Lamb. Do you agree? Do you smell what's being cooking by DZG here?
If you're letting them cook after that game one, I mean, they were just getting the ingredients together and now they're cooking. My God, it's set up nicely. Mordekaiser locked in though, but we'll see very shortly with these last two picks of DZG what they want to do with that bot lane, whether the Seraphine is going to the mid. Now, if this is going to the bot side, this is going to be really annoying for Varus and Morgana to actually deal with, because not only does Seraphine and Sona sustain, they put out quite a bit of damage as well.
Yeah, they don't have a sustained form of damage, but they'll poke you over and over and over till you give up, and they're going to be able to heal as much damage as you give them, as that is going to be another blank space.
That's an Olaf. It's an Olaf.
All right, it's been confirmed, the Olaf in the jungle, and with two healing supports there by side, going to be very, very difficult to take down. Especially into this Varus Morgana, they have no way to deal with the Ragnarok of Olaf here. Last seconds rolling down. We're going to see, is this actually the Sarasona bot lane?
Yes.
Okay, hold up. Sion mid?
Wait, if this is Sion mid, this is some tech that I need to get behind, because I'm fully behind that one. Give me the Sion mid, you nullify everything that they can throw against you. Eventually, you become unkillable in that mid lane unless it takes multiple people to actually transition to that lane. And going into a Victor, I mean, that's a pretty good matchup for the Sion.
Gonna get lasered a bit, but Sion can definitely take a couple lasers or two. This is... Okay, I don't like the J4. I don't like the J4 in the Wukong. I mean, I understand Varus and Morgana. Mordekaiser and Victor can't deal with the Cataclysm, but your Olaf can't either, and your Olaf is the one who needs to get in there and do damage. So, yes, you can lock them in the pit with Olaf, but you also are going to potentially lock your Olaf away from the squishies of New Wave Esports. I mean, look, if they could coordinate it together perfectly, make sure Olaf's in the pit with them, then it's going to work out, but I think that's going to be pretty hard. DZG, though, look, I should have known TJ Lanier's on a team. Of course they're going to do crazy flex picks. This is basically what happens every time he is on a team.
Well, one thing I want to mention as well, so the J4 Cataclysm is a great setup for the Morgana as well, if there's multiple allies in there as well as the J4. For anybody that goes in there, the Soul Shackles can come out. The Wukong has an AoE ability that can get in on that as well. Not to mention that Mordekaiser can take him away completely from the team fight, and that probably takes away the Cataclysm too. So there's multiple answers to actually enable champions on the side of NWE. But again, they do have Seraphine and Sona. That is something that you can't just look past here. Is these are going to be incredibly hard to actually bust through. And once you have an Olaf coming at you, empowered with Seraphine and Sona, that's got to be pretty intimidating. As well as the Sion. So not only will you get an unstoppable Ragnarok, you'll get an unstoppable Sion running towards you. And I hope he takes the one that's a train. I think it's the Transformer. Transformer one. We need to see that.
Mecha Sion.
Mecha Sion.
Yeah, the Mecha Sion there.
Mega strong.
Okay, as we go ahead, and we're going to be moving into talking about this draft. The Wukong, though, you said, you know, you're going to have a hard time breaking through the Seraphine and the Sona. But if he gets onto them with the knockups, going to give his team enough time with the Victor and the Varus damage, potentially just to completely burst through them, get the kills. This team comp's going to need quite a bit of time. And DZG, they have to scale on their Seraphine, Sona, and the Sion. That's 3 scaling members, so most of the team is going to be scaling. They're going to use the Olaf in the Jarvan to carry them over into that late game or accelerate them through. Okay, all right.
Yeah, you saw that
extra
too?
extra trickery here.
Yeah,
of
you
course.
saw that too. Huh?
Okay, it makes more sense. TJ Lanier is the Sion player, but Argo is going to be in the mid lane against the Victor. That lane is so short. Olaf does not have enough time to like run over a mage in the mid lane. He needs a bit of that longer lane for that kill potential. So I don't know what the plan is. I don't know what the plan is.
So from excuse me, from enchanter to axe thrower, just like that. Now you're right, Olaf really enjoys those extended trades, but since that mid lane is such a short lane, it's almost more favorable to put the Scion down there. So again, I'm not too sure about the trickery in the laning phase, but going by the draft, it will be Scion up to the top, Olaf in the mid, J4 returning to the jungle on Paneer. So we'll get to see what they're made of in that sense, but the DPS is something we need to talk about here, Crims, because on the side um, of Dreadzone here, they do have DPS if that scaling comes online. Other than that, they hit the Ragnarok. If the Olaf doesn't get anything, there's a lot going to be thrown back in their faces.
There is going to be, I mean, look, there's going to be a lot of things flying through the air. Axes, sonic
Spy
waves.
balloons.
All right, spy balloons, potentially. I mean, I don't know who's going to be spying out of these 10 here. Maybe
It's
the
me.
Victor. Okay. the 11th man, Lamb, here, going to be the one spying. As I mean, there's just going to be, I mean, this. How often are you going to see a team comp like this? I mean, DZG, they like to win, but I think they also like to have a lot of fun in the draft.
Yeah, just like we do on the production and casting desk. The
Oh,
fun
yeah.
all around, and we're just keeping it simple. No spy balloons in this case, so no need to alarm anybody. Nobody needs some freedom, guys. We can all chill out. Okay, look, we're gonna cut to a small break, but when we come back, it's been really scuffed coming into this draft, but I appreciate everybody sticking around, being patient with it. Lukin's working relentlessly as he always does to make sure it's a clean cast. So we will certainly be improving things as it goes forward, and hopefully we don't run into those troubles again. But game 2 right around the corner. We'll cut to a small break. We'll see you then. Fans, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's game 2 of a pivotal series. A battle of, I was going to say bottom. Yeah, we'll go with that. The battle of the bottom. I knew you were
Wow,
going to laugh at
you made
that.
it sound so majestic and alluring, and you just flamed them.
Well, it might not be bottom for much longer.
Ooh, okay, all right. Well, maybe for only for one of these teams though, Lamb. The
Well,
other one's gonna stay at the bottom
the
for
math just
sure.
doesn't add up. That's what it
Yeah.
does.
Okay. Well, they were expecting a cheeky invade on their side with the Morgana pick. That was a potential, but New
Minions
Wave
have spawned.
Esports, they are not gonna just toss the game at level 1. And now both teams are just going to be starting their jungle pathing. It looks like they're going to be matching sides. They're going to be trying to affect the top side. The Scion versus the Mordekaiser. Heavily in Mordekaiser's favor. I didn't know if you know that, Lamb. And now they're going to try to rock that up early.
Oh, this is also Phase Rush, Scion.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this the Bouse?
Wait a minute.
TJ Lanier is a Bouse enjoyer. Does
It
go
is
the
Scion mid.
Inting Scion. Oh, that makes more sense. So wait a minute, we're gonna have to swap these icons around here. As all right, the Olaf makes a lot more sense into the Mordekaiser. You get Ragnarok out of the Mordekaiser ult, and you do more damage than him early game as well. This makes a lot more sense. Scion could just farm us in the mid lane versus the Victor. Look at those axes going. Oh, just tossing them right into their face of the Knight. And now, the lanes make a lot more sense, Lamb.
Well, they make a lot of sense, but the tank version of Scion, which is a normal one, even for enthusiasts, would almost nullify the Victor to a certain point. But if he's going that route, I'm extremely excited to see what it does in this game, because if it is that one that we're thinking about here, the AD Scion going into this
Oh, the
one.
turret hit.
Oh, Argo might be in
chase
trouble.
down.
Flash forward, flash for flash.
Oh,
Flag
no,
and drag
Premier.
misses on Merlin. Flashes out from Panir. He gets interrupted by Lani. Completely ignoring the Scion as you traditionally do. Flash forward from Kaelor. Still looking for Panir. He has that red buff. He's going to heal up a little bit more. He takes a punch to the jaw from Scion. And Scion will get stunned up by the gravity field. The mastery comes out. And Lania is pretty good in that mid lane. But J4 being forced out of the jungle here.
Lanier saves his jungler Panir from certain doom. Kaelor just going to go ahead and invade. Oh, if Panir walks back in, there's no reason for him to walk back in. Even if he wants to fight with his top laner, he is basically one hit from death. And Lanier is trying to pick up the farm, is going to probably die for it.
Scion. Oh, Soul Furnace comes out, so I'll
Oh,
keep him
that's a
live.
good flash.
Flash to get out of that one. But fortunately for Kaelor, his clone does tank that turret.
Oh, he ain't gonna go for it. All right, Kaelor, wise to Scion tricks, does not face check the low health Scion, who is charging a full blast Q in that bush. Cheeky. So Lanier able to avoid the dive and does not die, giving up first blood. So far, they a bit overzealous on the side of DCG, but they've reined it back in and they haven't gone unpunished.
Unpunished thus far. Varus gonna go against
Full
Argo.
commit, both sides.
Now he's fully committed to this. Yeah, he's way pushed up, and you'll lose that because the lower the Olaf gets, the stronger the chances of him dropping you. That's a solo kill to Argo in that top lane. The previous mid laner. Speaking of mid lane, Lania gets a good smash onto Kaelor, I should say. I'm so stunned that we're seeing this double longsword. I love it. I love the confidence in this play, and the phase rush, and the mastery, and pushing Wukong out there. This man's a monster.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, sorry, I just my scoreboard glitched out, man. I can't see anything. I could only see the champions. I don't know what happened. Oh, I got it back there.
Have you tried
All right,
turning
good
it
old,
on and
good
off?
old Riot. Yeah, I turned it on and off. That's exactly what happened. I just turned it on
What?
and off. My camera was glitching out as well, so I couldn't even see what you were talking about.
That's what I did
You know
with
what,
my
this is,
microphone earlier.
We're saving. We're saving up good karma for the rest of the league. I
Karma's not in
swear.
this game.
Yeah, just out of this game, we've got a lot of bad
Falling
karma this
apart.
game. Yeah, this
Oh.
one's going terribly.
Look at
And-
Sion up there helping J4.
Dude,
Get
my
that
camera
scuttle.
is stuck on bot side. It will not leave.
Okay,
I
give
hope
us your point of view. Go ahead.
All right, well, so far there's a trade going on bot side. Varus is going to be the better of that one, but they're both low mana from JCV and Maze here. And yeah, I hope my camera starts to fix itself soon. As Lamb, I think you should be taking the play-by-play from here
Well,
on out.
Let me take you. Would you like to know what's happening on the rest of the map here, Crims? Because I'm glad to inform you. My camera is working. And Lania is winning that mid lane. He pushes Victor out of it. It looks like the Sion will get a successful back here as he's trading the top side.
Oh.
Level 6 now for Argo. Going up against Varus. He drops another axe onto the top laner. Mordekaiser very close to getting level 6 for himself. Won't help you very much though up against Argo. Even if he takes that Olaf for a ride. I believe Ragnarok, can it stop it?
Yeah, you know, you would think that all this armor that Mordekaiser wear would make him impervious to axes, but not the case.
There's a chunk in his chain. I don't know what
Oh
to
my
say.
gosh. Okay, all right, Lamb, you're getting a little too feisty here.
No,
on the
everything. Okay, the dragon's sleeping right now. Wukong will walk back onto the red buff. Let's get serious for a second here. Merlin going all in, gets a level 6 onto Sion. Drops the Chaos Storm as well to get Lania off of him to get that pressure. So Merlin can get that successful back off. Teleport still available for the victor, so he'll feel good about that one. Sion, of course, already used his teleport to get back to lane, so he'll be looking to get that level 6 on that unstoppable
Okay.
onslaught right after this. JC taking a little
Fading
bit
in a
of damage.
fight.
Maze gets a root onto Varus. Boogie managed to get the heal out of them as well. So
Wait,
some are
Lanier's
down.
coming in.
Yeah, here comes the Sion. Special delivery, courtesy of the mid laner. Actually, he used to be the top laner, but he means business. Kaylor, no flash. It's up in about 10 seconds
Oh,
here.
just
Doesn't
takes the
avoid the
knock-up.
Destiny Smash. Wukong going low, but
Oh,
Lani
no.
falls the trade 1 for 1. He's mad. He's hunting. He's looking for Boogie. He's just too quick for him. And they'll trade 1 for 1 successfully in that bot lane skirmish.
And milliseconds away there from picking up the kill themselves. Boogie gets it first, but that is the jungler going down. Argo looking for the all-in again. Pops the Ragnarok. Does it early, though. So now doesn't have it for against the Death Realm. And look at this. They're going to be picking up the first dragon here. Despite losing that first blood, they have that pressure in the bot side.
Pressure is something they definitely want in this one, as they're looking at 2-0 NWE in this one, but it's still very early on in this game. 8 minutes and 20 seconds to be precise, as that first dragon is going to be picked up by Dreadzone, so they'll pick that one up for free and not contested. And the Sona Seraphine is just sailing on by here. Crimson, there's also a kill on that AP carry in the bot lane.
Yeah, they are doing just fine. They should. I mean, you really don't want them to scale, so they have to start messing with them soon. But yeah, they're just doing all right. Meanwhile, TJ in the mid lane, look at this build. Cole and then a serrated Dirk. Of course, he's not going to go tank Sion. This TJ we're talking about.
He's doing the thing, Crims. He's doing the thing. And I mean, it'll be very
He always does the
successful.
thing.
He really just needs to connect that ultimate, followed up by the Soul Furnace, one Decimate Smash, and it's all over for you if he lands that one. And of course, he's got the Phase Rush to get out of there as well if it gets too heated. But I'm sure he'll be saving that for the passive. That Death Surge comes into effect. Even if the Sion falls, there's still a chance that he can kill you. Big wave in the bot lane.
Okay, yeah, Daddy Zillion is roamed up for the Rift Herald, and they're just going to let Maze solo farm on the bot side, soaking that up. They're not going to go for the dive either. The Seraphine, potentially vulnerable all alone, going to go unpunished, picking up free farm as they pick up the Rift Herald. New Wave Esports. I mean, I guess if you really have like honed in on their playstyle, they're not punishing anything on the map here.
No, it doesn't look like they want to maybe tempt fate a little bit. Commit to something that they know might not be favorable for them. But Merlin gets Chaos Storm down again on Lania. He will live with the additional help of Sona. Yeah, that was Sona. Thought it was Seraphine
you
for a
can't tell
second.
them apart.
No,
They're very
Kenny's just
similar.
looking. That's an ult as well. Varus actually going to take. Ragnarok popped as well, which means Olaf gets deleted. Wukong
Oh, here we
assisting
go.
up there. Changing corruption. Go down. Oh, Boogie lands one straight on the noggin. Sona. That's Sona. Got that one right, Crims.
Yeah, they did find the Sona roaming back down in the jungle. I mean, look at that ward control. So they did get something from that Rift Herald take topside. They were able to ward out the bot jungle completely, I'd like to add. And they find that kill onto Boogie. He's dancing at a nice 2-0 here, and he's got himself a nice bounty on his head as well.
On game one, Boogie did show glimpses of what he can do in the AD carry position once he's in a favorable position, but that has to transition into that win if it's to mean anything. Highlight plays are definitely there if you want to play like that, but I'm sure he's trying his best for the rest of the team. And JC picking up the Morgana this time, so a little bit more forgiving if those bindings go wayward. You still have additional damage and lockdown potential now that level 6 has come around for the Morgana, but that vision is being contested. Who other than Lani roaming into that side of the jungle?
Oh, I don't think they have enough in the tank to kill TJ there. Sign just so tanky, even if you just build full damage, he gets a lot of passive health. And now Paneer trying to find the kill.
There's the
Nice combo. They're gonna land
He's
it.
going to get a smash down. The Victor is hurting. That's going to cause a headache. Merlin, Cataclysm, they're committing everything. Black Shield comes out, not enough to keep him alive. JC a little bit late to the party. Kayla goes in. Nimbus struck in his Cyclone. Gets one off. He's got another one. Charging. Sion gone low as well. We'll pick off him first. That smart goes back on the Paneer. Flash
Daddy
forward
Zillion.
from Daddy Zillion. Yes, said it. Sona comes in with a flash heal to keep him alive, and it works out pretty well as they trade 2 for 1 in favor of NW. No, not NWE.
No.
It's Dreadzone Gaming Tartarus.
That was a zaddy play right there. Out of nowhere from left field, flashes in for heals and is able to save the jungler there. So Paneer, no death yet.
Oh,
Boogie trying to get for the punish here.
Daddy Zillion
Does.
gets a crescendo off. Good flash to
Oh.
avoid the encore. Boogie just styling in that bot side. What a play. Might not be over. Looking for more, gets slowed down enough from Seraphine, but Varus Boogie steps up again. 3rd kill of the game.
Gotta respect the Varus burst, just completely 100-0 in like 2 spells. So that is a very strong champion right now. Despite going the on-hit build, Paneer trying to find an angle, does not have the flash or the cataclysm. So just going to help Seraphine farm up the mid lane as TJ Lanier is inching ever closer to what I probably surmise is going to be some kind of serrated item. Prowess Claw maybe, perchance.
Quite likely so. Wouldn't be surprised. He's on that vision game more than anybody right now on his team, apart from the support. That's pretty impressive as a Scion. 12 vision score on him right now. So if he does go that, it's going to bode very well for Lanier. But he keeps taking that trade from Merlin at Chaos Storm. Every time it's available, the Victor drops on the Scion just to trade heavily back. CS differential in that mid lane, but Shelly going to be dropped preemptively, maybe. But Dragon and Smite's going to be good. Paneer goes across.
Wait, no flash. He
He
just
goes in
doomed
with the
himself.
Cataclysm, 4v1. The team's not there, so Jarvan delivery is successful. Donates gold over to the Victor, just the person you don't want it on if you're that Scion.
Yeah, that was a flash as well. Now they're looking for more.
In the middle as well, quick, consecutive, right after that G4 for that Dragon.
Oh, topside's turning. Been losing these trades, and now is going to be fodder for this Mordekaiser, the mace, proving superior to the axe at the moment.
It is a big ace. Big mace.
Big ace, big ace. It's
Big
big
ace.
ace.
Big ace. Soon? When? Sometime.
There's gonna be an ace soon. You know, I'll let you have your moment when that comes around.
Let me have my Merlin moment. Whoa.
There he
coming.
is. Oh, you think Maryland's gonna take the big ace? All right. We'll see if that's
Potentially.
going
I
to
mean, he
be...
did pick up that kill. Now he's got that Ludens, right? These mythics coming through. And look, Crims, you predicted correctly. That's a Prowler's Claw on Lanier.
Oh, that's a nice
good
cancel.
interrupt. Wow.
Yeah.
He's still burning there. So, interesting choice of the Ludens. Kaler tanks the
Oh,
turret,
just got
flash
flash for it.
forward, the laser, Soul Furnace is enough. Still a chunky boy, and he'll walk that one away.
Just walks right out of there, as now the only objective that's going to be left here is that Rift Herald. They're a dragon apiece, and there is a Rift Herald bonus for the side of DZG here. Bot lane, I mean, look at this. Boogie 3-0-1 now. Has that mythic versus the Leandries. Is going to be doing a lot better in lane. Argo, okay. Fighting a bit of trading up here on the top side. Kaler might wrap around, as now they're getting pretty heavily shoved in the bot side. It's starting to happen here down in bot side lamb.
Yeah, we're looking about 2,700 gold lead in favor of NWE as they kind of take hold of this game for the first time in the series, actually. And Varius is that main threat. Boogie having a wonderful early game and looking to transition that into a mid lane. Yeah, that's exactly where he's going. See, Crims, I can predict the future too.
Okay.
He's going to the mid lane. That ace, I don't know when that's going to come, but we'll definitely stick around to see when it does. But Shelly might be the next focus.
It looks like it is. They have the Wukong in position. Kaler wants to snap it up, as Paneer is dangerously in the area, all on his lonesome. Argo going to start finding the top side. This is going to bait over some red members to the top side if they do end up fighting. Full-on bout.
Oh, Argo's in trouble a little bit. Ragnarok's still available. Oh, he gets sent to the death realm. He gets whacked. And he activated Ragnarok way too late. Don't put that much respect on him not killing you, because Varus just reminds you, you're in a matchup in that top lane.
It looks like Varus is going to be the benefactor now. Paneer can't do anything. He was sitting around Rift Herald, kind of wasting his time. Maybe could have came up topside for that gank. We could have seen that instead. And now DCG, I mean, they're very, very behind. And they, I mean, as I said, they're going to try to use the Olaf and J4 to slide into the late game, but now they're having trouble.
Oh, they get the flash out of Boogie, and good flash it was, otherwise he was definitely in trouble. That ultimate actually coming out, the crescendo from Daddy Zillion doesn't connect, and as well, Lanier's ultimate goes on to a cooldown. Dragon a minute away, so those ultimates should be back up in time or relatively close to contesting that, but it looks like right now we reach a lull state in the game. Not a lot happening because that goal lead still sits with NWE. They're just looking to scale up in this game as well, but they're already been heavily accelerated thus far in the game.
Boogie here. They have
not over.
kill
Destiny
potentially.
Smash lands as well. Boogie goes over the wall. He'll be locked up. That's a great charm coming through. Encore coming through from Seraphine. Not enough as Lanier trades back on a JC. Going low. They'll pick off him as well. Double kill for the AP carry. Maze getting in on the action. Argo in trouble again. Has to flash away from that extremely deadly Mordekaiser in the hands of Varus this time around. Bot lane rotates. Kaler will go back in. Flash over the wall. Comes the Senna. Merlin gets the Siphon power on her for a second. Laser will not connect, but Shelly gets the second charge off in that mid lane. Kaler might be looking to try and do the final escape. Yeah, there it is. Great escape. He's been charged down. No, he's gone. He gone. No, he's out. Gone. Teleport.
He's out. Teleport canceled right there. Lanier isn't going to be seeing this top side. And that is a lot of things that just happened right now, but I don't get time to talk about it because this dragon next up on the chopping block, double singers and the prince himself in the river. Looks like they're all here and they're ready to rumble for this third dragon.
Yeah, this is not going to go quietly here. They don't do it quick enough. Crescendo already used on JC alone. Varus going to pull him by with the Death Grass, going to go straight on the Scion, down to about 50% health. Remember, that passive from Scion means he's not going to be killable just yet. Blue team, that's going to be the team with the Jarvan, that's Paneer, but you see that engage on the Boogie. as they're just running them down. Kaylor turns back around. The choice is good. Maze under threat now, and Lani will fall. That was the second phase of the Scion. The Flagging Dragon gets out with the enhanced blast cone. You see that Chem take Drake comes to life. That's going to be the soul in this game, and it might have saved Panier's life there as he just gets out. The rest of the team falls though, Crims.
That was a very fortuitous blast cone there. Kaylor hunted in the jungle is going to pick up a red buff. Panier is just moments away from meeting the monkey. And we'll see if they spot each other. Yes, they do. Panier probably just going to stay away. Oh, he wants the red buff. He's going to fight for it.
Just stand and fight. Stand and fight, gentlemen. Look good while you're doing it. Good smite from Kaylor. This might be a negative fight for Panier now. Two Cyclones to the jockey, still spinning. Gonna get away now. Gets healed up. He'll go back in for round two. Kaylor still running away. Scion runs straight into the wall. We pretend we didn't see that. Oh, what we did see is Panier gets that huge mace. That's an M that starts with that one. On the head. That's a great ultimate come through from the Seraphine. Roots up two. High note goes on them. Gets pulled back with the Death Grass. Mace flashes out. Ragnarok goes in. Ragnarok. Oh, the power of the Viking. The Olaf. He gets picked off by Boogie. Now Boogie and JC, the bot lane duo, they're peeling back. The fight is over. They disengage. It will be a 2-for-2. They trade respectfully again. Victor, Merlin, just a little bit too late to the party.
The Olaf Wrecking Ball is deadly. Unfortunately for the side DZG, Varus did a really good job of handling him 1v1 on the top side. Imagine if this Olaf was any bit stronger, it would be absolutely disastrous. But being held up by Maze and Daddy Zillion, they're just healing him up in the fight, and he's able to dish out so much damage before he goes down. Same with TJ Lanier as well. That's the idea behind this comp. He's just going to go ahead and give up a kill for the turret. That's what you do on this Scion. And with the Prowler's Claw, has excellent chase down. So Boogie gonna have to be mindful of that in team fights here. I mean, we can see the comp at work from DZG. They're not all online though, so they're having a bit of trouble with being able to execute in the fights. But you can see the idea. You can see how it works. It is effective against the backline. There's really nothing they can do. They just have to straight face tank the Olaf and hope they can kill him before, he kills them.
Well, there's a 5,300 gold deficit. And that remains with NWE as they're still in control of this game, even though the shutdown of the Victor, of the Varus, that did go over, but now they've accumulated another shutdown. That goes to show how good these carries are playing for NWE in this game, and it looks like this Baron might deserve some attention here, Krim, so we could see another fight very shortly. 2 minutes on the Dragon. Panier pivoting like he wants to contest his vision. Vision also important. We'll walk forward. Laser connects on 3, but they got enough sustain to heal that up.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to heal up any poke that they take for now. The Baron, no, I don't think either team wants to do the Baron. I know it's a pretty significant lead for DZG getting an engage.
Wukong, Black Shield goes out. It's not being popped just yet. Panier flagging drag on his back, and then Cataclysm locks up Morgana. Already gone. Kaylor goes back across with a Nimbus Strike. Peel back, setting up for Boogie. Works. Panier gets out there. 10% health. Second activation. The Cyclone goes down. Black Shield comes out. We keep it. Wukong alive. Boogie, attack speed, steroid online. Boogie, piercing arrow to the back. Kills the Seraphine and turns around. That's the 9th kill of the game for the AD carry of New World.
They need Argo at these fights. You can see they don't have enough damage. Yeah, the initial burst from the Sona Seraphine is strong, but it's not enough to pick up the kills on the backline. Merlin and Boogie able to continue to free fire in that fight, and now they're losing the Baron. It's going to be close whether they have enough time to secure the Dragon as well. They're going to have about 40 seconds to go over there and claim it, but TP's coming in. Lander's going to be there. Panier's going to be there. Argo and Daddy Zillion Maze have just been revived.
On the Scion pick, it definitely raised eyebrows. And he's figuring that if he raises his death count, that's the way you can win the game here, Crims. But he still needs a couple more items in order to one-shot people right now.
Hasn't completed the call either. Look at this. TJ Lanier sitting on that call still. All right, it's just going to be an absolute firefight for this fourth Dragon here. DZG, you definitely can't take this.
Oh, Varus 2 levels ahead. The Argo right now. He will pop Ragnarok, stay alive. This is surely a one-way trip for Lani. Merlin actually kills the Scion. He goes into Death Surge right now. Cyclone going to go forward by Kaylor. 1v3 with the Wukong. Still has a Nimbus Strike. Warrior Trickster to get out of there. Daddy Zillion left on an island in that Southside River gets killed as well. It looks like they just pick up kills for 3. That's 3 successful kills. And it looks like they pull out this dragon and claim this one as well.
Yeah, they're gonna pull him right out of the pit. Paneer didn't have any vision. Now it's just gonna be fodder, and the dragon's going to be free. They even up the Drakes. They have the Baron. I'm gonna check how much time is left on it here. It's almost halfway done, so they're gonna be able to pick up some turrets, at least the 2nd tier, and then I mean they're all set. I mean they're 10k ahead. This
Wow.
Olaf is just doing pittance of damage to the Wukong. The Senna Seraphim, they're doing good damage and heals, but they're not fully scaled just yet. And TJ Lanier, I mean, look at this. He's so squishy.
Yeah. No, Scion, not like this. He goes down. A Fury Flames, rather. They're onto that inhibitor now, and it looks like there's nothing that can stop this, Crims.
They're unstoppable. The Death March is coming. They're going to be able to knock down that bottom tier as well. The tier 2, it's gone. See you later. Goodbye. Merlin's pushing it in. Minions are there, and that's just more gold in their pocket. What are we at now? Is this like 12k gold lead?
Quick math on the desk. You know how math goes with us, man. I don't know. Undertow goes out. Gets connected, go forward. Kaylor gets back out. Warrior Trickster, Cataclysm goes in. Desperation Play is going to be activated. Realm of Death going to take away the J4 from this team fight. Boogie gets rooted up, but gets freed by the Morgana for a second. They do get the Varus. They'll turn this back around though. Varus going to come out with his ultimate, and he is a fully stacked boy right now. Flash forward with the binding, gets the cleanse out of Maze. High note back.
Oh, Merlin.
Gets sniped by Merlin.
All right, that's a 2nd inhib as well. And that's all she wrote. They're going to go ahead, reset, come back with 5 full HP members. And they're just going to go ahead and clean up this game here, Lamb. DZG, they tried to play tricky again. And this time they might have flexed a bit too far. And this game just spiraled out of control. It was a tricky draft, but maybe wasn't the winning draft.
Comeback time.
Right now? Okay.
I meant for us. Comeback time.
Oh yeah, we're gonna come back. Yeah.
Most certainly. This is looking really over 12,000. Yeah, you've got it right now. 12,100. That's the quick math on the desk. Maybe 12. The fact that we're trying to work out the goal lead kind of shows you how one-sided this game is. But there's still a chance to correct some things. Not everything, because the game state does not reflect favorable for them in this case. Is Dreadzone game of Tartarus. Maybe they bit off more than they can chew. It's very ambitious picking the Seraphine, the Sona. A lot has to happen in order for this to go right. The Scion needs to get off the board. It just hasn't worked. It looked good. It's thoroughly entertaining, but man, the ultimates haven't been on point. Maybe 1 out of 10 so far in this game, Crims. Really, that spotlight has been on Boogie and Merlin. They have had a phenomenal game, and Boogie, again, he showed it in game 1, glimpses, but it looks like he's found his feet in game 2.
He is definitely proficient on the Varus pick. Very strong in either style, it seems. Poke and or on hit here. And forced to go on hit because of the Olaf, and is doing excellently. Is able to survive most of the fights. Not all of them, most of them. And is able to dish out enough damage to clean them up. I thought they were going to end the game here from the side of NWE, but TJ and Lanier just straight pushing mid lane solo. They held the base in the meantime. They're not going to end it just yet. They could have played it better on the side of NWE.
Yeah, Scion shows here, so they know he's behind them, but
they're looking.
This is
but this is a complete waste of time.
He landed one. He landed it.
I mean, he's landed a couple. I think he should have ran away instead of going in for that.
He made it.
Why
look
did he
good.
do that? Why did he do that?
That's what we call solo queue, baby. Let's hit that 11 deaths power spike. Let's go, Lanny.
11 deaths.
11 deaths. I mean, it looked good for a second, Then all of a sudden, there's no follow up in that case. The base is in shambles. Only top lane inhibitor remains. The Baron's about to be up, as well as the Drake. I don't think they need the Dragon quite so much to end this game. I think one more Baron would certainly guarantee that if they need to do it. Brute force is a thing as well, Crims, but from NWE, they're taking no chances, they're taking their time, and ultimately, the longer this game goes on, the more tilting it could potentially be. As it looks like they're rallying around. Okay, so the Dreadzone are going to get something back. It looks like they will take the Dragon for the Baron in this case.
Not a bad trade. I mean, if they ever mess up on trying to close up this game, you're going to have the third dragon. So I think
That's a
it's not
teleport.
a bad one. They're going to be able to make it to the base, but they might lose their last inhib here. Do not have the Baron backs. And now Argo trying to go for a
Argo
1v1.
thinks Victor's alone. That's going to be a mistake. Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that mace again. We might be looking at the ace coming
Wait,
next.
TJ!
That's level 13. TJ. Oh, level 14, but he gets absolutely deleted. Kaylor in 1v3. The Wukong without his team will disengage. That's a smart move. Black Shield comes out for him. Oh, that's actually the Maw. Yeah, he's got the Maw in the inventory. That's going to be that. Mid inhibitor will spawn again, but they're going to need a little bit more than this. Boogie flashes out with that Cataclysm. No follow-up. They're not even killing Paneer. They're going for the inhibitor instead. And now those Nexus turrets going to be under siege. NWE, they're taking their time. In this case, is Daddy Zillion. Oh, no. He's going to go down as well. Nexus about to explode. We're in a tied series here, Crims.
All right, your big ace happens right at the end. I think that was the only ace of the game.
Ace time, baby.
So it happened. Your crystal ball pick did come to fruition. And now the series is tied up 1-1 here. NWE, they strike back. I think DZG, they tricked everyone, including themselves.
It tricked me. That doesn't take much. But
Yeah.
I do want to say I like the trickery. Castier, just take your attention to Sion's inventory right now. Lania couldn't actually buy more Tear of the Goddesses because the game ended too quickly. Oh my
no.
god, what a guy, what a guy, what a guy.
Oh,
But
that's why he ran in like that. He needed more time to buy Tears of Goddesses.
he needed that extra 400 gold to rescue the items. Anyway. I mean, it was an interesting choice. Even the phase rush coming in there, you could see how it could potentially work. But in order to get that phase rush going, you need to proc it, right? And Victor is not an easy champion to get that off of. Playing at range for most of the game as well. An arm's length, they kind of dictated what they did in game one, right? They played the game towards the strengths of the champions, and it looked like in that one that Dreadzone, they just look to have fun and potentially win in the process. But man, that got turned around on their heads so quickly.
Yeah, once the top side kind of went sour, Argo's their main source of that early to mid game damage, and they were not able to pull it off. Unfortunate for them. And once that started to go sour, their team fights, man, it was going to be rougher and rougher to start winning those. Boogie ends up putting out most of the damage with Merlin. Tag team duo. They were able to play safe. I mean, Kaylor was just surviving so much
Yeah.
damage. And to be fair, they didn't have much of it on the side of DZG and was able to survive, complete the frontlining for his team, giving that space for Boogie Merlin. And then that's all she wrote. They pick up the win after that. Multiple wins around the objectives. And then they close it out with the big ace at the end.
Oh, big ace. We're going to see who did damage in that game. I got a funny feeling I know who, Crims. But let's take a look at those damage charts just to confirm what we kind of suspect in this game. And it's certainly not going to... I mean, it could be TJ for all we know, right? He was in amongst it. I mean, he probably took the most damage that game. Or maybe Argo could give him a run for his money in that sense. But... it definitely, yeah, well, that kind of answers the question. Varys topping it out on the charts. The two individual carries who were phenomenal. I feel like it's going unsaid as well that Varys on this Mordekaiser, he was an absolute menace.
Dominating in that top side. It looked a bit rough at the beginning. Didn't win that first 1v1, but ever since that gank came out, they were able to dominate in that top side, hold down the Olaf, and look at this, that damage chart. Olaf needs to be way, way higher. That's how the comp's supposed to work. And meanwhile, Merlin and Boogie top on the charts here, 33 and 31K a piece themselves. So New Wave Esports, they pick up the win. I mean, they played the more standard comp and they won. DCG got a bit crazy and they were not able to piece it together. Oh my god, look at the end game gold lead. I don't even want
No,
to do the math on that. I'm
we
tired of
didn't see
doing it.
that. We didn't see that. It's fine. Copium, it's fine. We win next. That's what you say, Krim. We win next. I mean, that one was for, I believe somebody said it was for the fans. That was for the fans, right? The Ent and Scion mid. I mean, it entered more than anything else, and we can
Oh
say that.
no.
Do you know what? It was thoroughly enjoyable, TJ. So thank you for that. I especially like the tier at the end because man, when we were getting set up just before that game went live, Crims. I mean, I have to say that I had tears in my inventory as well.
Oh.
Uh, yeah. It
Yeah,
was
it
it
didn't
was it
work
was a
out.
rough one. I was trying to scale up. I was trying to make it happen, but ultimately I got no idea what I'm talking about. We rescued it, baby. Shout out Lucan. He's always working behind the scenes as hard as he can. But we deserve a break after that Scion performance. But when we come back, will we get to Scion again? I hope we do, but I hope it's played a little bit better than that, unfortunately, TJ. We'll see if they can bounce back right after this. ladies and gentlemen, welcome back straight into the draft. That's what we do on Titan. Welcome back, Crims. Hope you had a nice little break there, but we are in for a spicy one to end our night. Is it's 1-1 in the series. We've seen a convincing win in that second one, but Dreadzone Gaming, Tartarus, they were having fun in that one, right? That wasn't
Yeah.
serious. We put that on the back burner. We say, hey, look, guys, that one didn't work out. Let's run the Scion again and make it work.
Well, they could potentially have a better matchup in the top side with an R3 Scion pick. We'll see if they go for it. But yeah, they're having fun. And finally, look at this. Boogie not going to get the Varus. Good adaptation there. They didn't like Kaler on the Wukong either. So now, DZG, with some adaptation, looking to turn it around in this draft here. And I think those are spot-on bans.
Spot on bans, Wukong being taken away. That was a big threat, actually, on the side of NWA. Kaler had a great game on the Wukong, not going to be ran back this time. Varus taken away, the Ash going to be taken away. We learned a lesson, but Zeri going to be locked in as NWA looking to use that lightning crash to lightning propel themselves, Krim, to that victory.
They're going to go ahead and use that Zeri, that hyper scaling pick. We've seen it carry many games in competitive, solo queue, pro, and just at home. They're going to counter it with the Jinx. Jinx can be one of those champions who can carry harder than the Zeri. Just needs to activate first, get that kill, and then using that excited buff to go ahead and steamroll through the fight. They're going to pair it with the Nautilus, so we can lock down that Zeri and provide the combo for Jinx to get that kill and start taking control of these team fights.
All right, that's one part of the Exodia. Now we need 2 more AD carries, and we will win the game. So, Jhin still available. Can go mid lane. Being optimistic here. Karma is a good pairing for the Zeri.
A caster
Enhances
can
that
hope.
shield and picking. Yeah, the caster can hold, but sometimes the caster's correct. So if you're listening in, we need 3 AD carries. Stat. We need a stat.
We need 3 AD carries on each team.
On each team. Yeah, on each team stat. So we got Ezreal, we got... Okay, we're getting away again, man. That we just... You think of that, and then you think of the YouTube videos that we end up watching. It's just crazy. You get down that wormhole, man. You never get back out of it. Amumu, the champion you were talking about, Grims, is going to be locked in here for NWE. It looks like they're taking this one pretty serious.
Yeah, that Amumu pick is very strong with the Demonic Embrace. And as I was saying, unsung hero in the meta right now.
Yeah, it's real.
Can go support, can go into the jungle. Lamb hoping for a miracle. Well, we'll see if that happens. I mean, look, maybe DZG are listening in to Lamb on the cast. It's like, we need to make our boy happy. And maybe you'll get your wish that way.
Nope. The Sejani going to be locked in. That's probably better, let's be honest. The Sejani being locked in, pretty staple jungler in this meta. Can go to the top, but it's been a while since we've seen that teleport ignite Sejani. The lockdown potential between the Nautilus as well is something that is going to be so pivotal to set up the Jinx for success. And when you have a point and click engage, I guess you could say, in the depth charge, that's certainly something you can toss onto the Zeri. Follow that up with the Glacial Prison. I mean, the permafrost, the staggering blows, everything goes on top of her, and then all of a sudden she's no longer a champion. So NWE, they need another threat from somewhere else other than the potential jungle in the support here, because this can be flexed as well here, Crims. Karma can still go to the top lane. Amumu can go to the support role, and of course he can go back to the jungle as well, as those second phases of the bans are coming through now. Malzahar are going to be taken away.
That is possible. That seems like something more like DZG would do. So if New Wave are trying to do something new at this final point, like whip out the trick just when it's needed most. Victor coming out from DZG. Are they gonna pick a standard draft here, Lamb? Are they saying they are gonna be serious for this game? No more fun and tricks?
Hold your horses. Do you know where I'm going with this? Hold your horses. Come on, get it up, baby. Let's see it. No.
No. Yeah, the horse is gonna stay in the stable for a very long time.
Why?
And just no races today. Syndra is gonna be picked as the counter, gonna be able to scale harder than the Victor. Has that CC chain with the Amumu, so Victor gonna have to play it safe. Sejuani also has a kill combo with the Victor, so both of these mid laners are set up for a kill in the mid lane, especially level 6. And Oh, they're
Yes!
stealing it
Oh,
away!
yeah! Have
Ah,
some of your
no,
own
TJ
medicine.
Wagner.
Have
TJ
some of
Wagner,
your own
no.
medicine. Yeah, he's upset right now. He's probably, you know, doing the stuff that they took my champion, guys. They took my champion. And I got a feeling that this isn't going to be the lethal. Oh, you
There we
took his
go.
champion.
Oh,
Oh, oh,
oh,
oh.
oh, oh, whoa. Okay. No, no.
TJ
Okay.
lost it.
No. Wait a minute.
Yumi.
Wait.
Look at it.
Nautilus top? Okay.
Okay, so Darius. Okay, Darius
Okay.
makes more sense.
Okay. Okay. They're doing it for the fans. They're doing it for the fans. They got you excited. The Darius gonna be locked in. Nautilus top could have been an option. I heard that was a thing or two around these parts. As we have Darius here as one of the best solo lane killers, controllers, dominators in the game.
Decimators.
Darius. Decimate. I was kind of
Decimator.
all right. Yeah. Okay. I was trying to avoid it, but you know what? Let's let it through. As Darius is going to be in that top lane versus the Scion. Lamb, DZG, full standard comp. They have damage in the Darius Victor Jinx. Jinx and Darius have some synergy. Darius gets executes. Jinx gets executes. And when that happens, she starts to pop off in a team fight. Meanwhile, New Wave, they have some very solid damage with the Zeri and Syndra. It's going to be a lot of damage. They're going to need time, though, because Karma, Mumu, and Sion, they don't really do damage. They're more about that lockdown front line. This might be the craziest team fights of the entire series. It's going to be front to back, and they're just going to straight bang away around these dragons.
Well, Dreadzone Gaming Tartarus obviously realizing that that game 2 was a fluke. We're going to leave it at that. They draft something that is full steam ahead, is ready for action whenever it comes, and they got enough peel in this team to actually make sure that this Jinx goes unscathed in the team fights. Now, a big threat to the Jinx, of course, is that opposing AD carry and Zeri. The Amumu is a big factor also. The Sion can be a big front line if built correctly, TJ. God. I'm only joking. He knows it better than I do. He plays the champion, he mains it, but he's picked up the Darius to go against it, Crims. And what does Darius like to do? He likes to take the game full steam ahead right at you. So he's going to make it pretty difficult for that Sion up there in the top lane.
Yeah, this is not a fun matchup. Darius is just an excellent juggernaut champion. If you're in his range, he will do some damage to you. And Sion only is able to get away at level 6, and even then has to dedicate his ultimate just to escape that Darius there. I think the Darius Sejuani combo is also going to be extremely deadly. Darius can fast stack Sejuani's passive. He has an auto attack reset. So if Sejuani visits the top lane, level 3, TJ Landry are going to probably end up with a kill in his pocket.
Yeah, that permafrost is exactly as described. It's not permanent, but it is frosty, it is chilly, it makes you move a little bit slower. So connecting that onto the Sion won't be a big problem, as he is a big champion up there in the top lane. So hard to miss,
Big
really, when
beefy
it comes
boy.
to that. Big beefy boy, big beefy boy. That's what he is. He's carrying a lot of meat on those bones. So we'll see. This is probably the first time in this series that we haven't seen J4. So both teams opting to come away from that champion. Of course, that cataclysm can be good for you and it can be bad for you. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe the other word. But in this case, I love Dreadzone's team composition. I think this is a superior draft. I really do. I like what New World Esports Nova are trying to do here. You know, you're enhancing the Zeri. You have that disengage factor in that Amumu. You know, you can stop the fight dead in its tracks. And you can say, wait a minute, hold up. We want to stall it a little bit. Where that bandage toss goes, it's going to be hard to know. The peel factor is going to be extremely hard to get by on Dreadzone. So it kind of questions, you know, these angles are going to be extremely important in these team fights. You can't just meet this head on, because with the Victor in the back line, that Chaos Storm is just going to shred your front line.
There's so much team fight damage. Victor has that nice AoE Jinx rockets as well. It is a deadly combo, and they have so many frontliners: Nautilus, Sejuani, Darius. Big old meat wall that they're gonna have to cut through on the side of NWE. And they do have damage dealers in their back foot as well, but they need a little bit more time. The Karma, though, the Karma Nautilus is going to be the biggest factor. If whoever takes control bot side, Karma should have the leverage, but if there's a bunch of Nautilus hooks coming their way and they get locked down, the Jinx can capitalize. And then from that point on, whoever wins bot lane, I think is going to be able to make an impact on the rest of the game here, Lamb.
Well, the one thing that New World Esports Nova definitely have, they have an AD carry in Boogie, who has had phenomenal games. The virus gets taken away, so brings out the Zeri in this game. He's going to have a great one, but is it going to be great enough to overturn this team composition, this heavy killing team composition? These team fights are going to be explosive. I hope you guys stick around because we certainly are. After this break, it's going to be the spectacular hypothesis of this game, the conclusion. And it's game 3 right after this. Game 3 of this enticing series, and they're completely mirroring each other here. This is pretty remarkable. They're going to outsmart each other here, Crims. Is this game, it's on a knife's edge now, right? Both of them have indeed drafted compositions that they deem is worthy of winning the game, but will it? Look at these early wards as well. They've been placed down by NWE, expecting that invade, but it's not going to come because they went back up to the blue buff.
They're just completely on opposite sides, trying to get the read on each other, and they both do not get that kill there. And, not close enough to be deemed ship worthy here. They're just on opposite sides of the map. They're in different countries.
Like planes
Oh no, okay.
flying
Yeah.
in the night.
Like
I
planes
mean,
on the opposite side of the globe. I don't know. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, Clamp.
and don't call me Shirley.
Oh yes. What a
hospital.
movie reference.
What's that? It's a big building with patients. That's not important right now. That's not important right now. That's correct. Look at it.
Lamb, you're gonna need a hospital after this one here. You've gone crazy.
Look at this level 2 cheese. Level 2 cheese coming in the top side. Not crazy as this one. Paneer.
Yeah,
Passing very aggressively. Let's see if the Darius can actually apprehend them here. The ghost has been activated. My camera doesn't want to go up there for some reason.
And does not deem that is important enough, as that gank doesn't come to.
Wow.
Varus does see it ahead of time. So, gonna go ahead. Bit of a jungle advantage now. Paneer still hasn't started another camp, way behind.
Level 2 achieved. Oh, doesn't land. That anchor goes wayward. So Boogie will get the burst fire back to get level 2 for himself. It should come pretty quickly as soon as he gets that wave. But that gives first roams over the Dreadzone Gaming Tartarus here. So that bot lane is going to be pretty important for them in this team composition. Remember, this Jinx and the Victor, you could say that Jinx can become online much quicker, but that read on the Sejani, a little bit of vertical jungling going on here potentially. Now Mumu's made the invade to the blue buff. They will see that happening, but there's nothing they can do about it.
Wow, they are really running far to go ahead and support their jungler there. The wave is pushed up, and they've sacrificed a bit of CS. I'm gonna wonder how much EXP they're behind, how much that is going to hurt them. As I think Paneer, because of the bot lane assistance, might be able to make a comeback here in the jungle. Amumu, practically 2 camps, maybe like 1.5 camp ahead. Yep, now it's about 2. So huge advantage for Kaylor, and is on the better farming jungler of Amumu. This gank, though, might be happening bot side, as Lanyard going to be doing a little bit of dirty farming.
Little bit of proxy, and that's no problem for the Darius. Daring the Scion to come and duel him for it. Now, it's worth knowing that that skull is going to be taken by Kaylor, but that ward did it spot him. It doesn't look like it since Argo is not positioning like he did. Backed up by Paneer. Bandage toss lands onto the mid laner. He gets a flash across. He will surely be followed. Yeah, the tears are coming, but it's going to be Argo crying all the way to the grey screen as Kaylor makes him pay for that. Scar of the Week goes wayward as Paneer will live in this sense. First blood goes over to the jungler.
All right, they see Lanyard as well do that ward. Merlin game and make it out. Yeah, there's no way they go for that one. That'd be a toss and a half if they went for that one. And now Verus is going to be able to make way with this lane, get the push in, have a safe reset. And there's a lot of things happening on the field. And so far, I think NWE are picking up huge wins. They're subtle, they're small, but it's going to really help them scale into this game.
Oh, get the cannon. Get the cannon. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Didn't get the cannon. That's fine. Burst fire, Boogie. Good traps coming down from the Jinx, but they do get the flash. Oh, Daddy Zillion playing every champion but the Zillion, so that's not going to come through. Kaylor just looking to get it back here. The Mumu job is done for now. So he looks to return with that first blood gold in his pocket, and that accelerates that jungler that you were speaking so highly of, Crims. Amumu, highly effective in this map.
The ganks are very strong, scales quite well in the jungle at least. And the curse of the sad mummy is an absolutely huge team fight ultimate. There's a lot you can get done with one button press, Lamb. And yeah, I think Amumu, unsung hero, as a mid lane gank is arriving.
Arctic assault over the wall. Beautiful flash from Merlin. He might be able to get out of this.
I don't think
Uses
so.
this
He's on the
Scar of
wrong
the Week
side.
very early.
That's going to be a kill. It's just about how much time he can waste now.
Is he looking to
Yeah.
execute? Did he buy enough time to
Oh.
get this execute
There's
right now?
potential now.
Merlin. All it needs is one. Sejani not rage. He gets the
Oh!
execute. What a play coming through from Merlin.
And wasted a bunch of Panir's time. And this is now going to be a free, uncontested Drake. So, NWE, I mean, look, they're looking good. The gold lead is small, but I think the mental game is starting to compile against them.
Well, that's Noxie and
Bit early.
Guillotine already used. Varus burning. Lanier low. He flashes out with the ultimate.
Q.
Gets the decimate off. Burning. He's hemorrhaged. He's hemorrhaging blood. And Varus will fall in the 1v1 against Lanier as he looks like he's got that one over on his one-trick champion.
That was an excellent bait by Lanier. Varus thought he had the kill with that ultimate, but just need to land one more Q, and that burn, damage, the bleed, the dot is going to go ahead and pick him up the kill. So Lanier doing great on the top side. Varus was able to escape by a couple levels, but now the punish comes in. And Lanier just needs to make his escape, get reset, use that gold to come back and dominate even harder.
Well, Varus did pull that wave to manipulate it. Probably looking for the freeze here to keep it just in front of his turret so that this Darius doesn't have room to actually run down the Scion now that he's managed to get a kill in that lane. It's not the greatest circumstances for Scion, but will start. The health, the armor will come with it as well. So Swifty is going to be picked up for Darius in this case. Helps him get out with that decimate and smash if he's rooted up for a long time, so it won't be as much. Actually, it's only slowing effects. So I should say it will be the E from Scion that it will help him out with that one. So interesting choice. Unless that Q, of course, is not completed, then that will come into the effect of the Swifties as well. So good itemization coming through from Lanier. He knows how he play against his own champion here, but let's take a look at that mid lane right now. The CS is pretty much even. Little CS gap for Argo. He's up about 4 CS right now, and did pick up that tier once he fell there, so he must have heard me on the desk here, Crims.
Yeah, they're going to be using the tier, so their advantage this time around. The Victor is only up 4 CS. Interesting. Both mid laners did not pick up a kill. And 3 minutes on this dragon means there is no play to be really made by either team. TJ Lanier, again, playing this lane super aggressively. Just going to be go ahead proxy yet again. Worked for him the first time, I guess you could say. So why not do it again? Rift Herald is up, but no one's there. As I was saying, no one's going for these objectives.
Scar of the Week, good combination
Wait,
from
Panir?
Merlin.
Level 6.
Didn't actually get the execute
They
right
got
now.
it now.
Unleashed power goes out. Chaos Storm burns him. Set up nicely by Sejani as Panir makes the wrap around and gets his opposing mid laner in the dirt. So first blood in that mid lane goes over to Argo. It's TJ goes, he's very aggressive up there in the top lane. Now, this is something that can come back to bite you, but it is Darius, and this is how you're supposed to play him. You want to make sure that that opposing top laner knows he's in a matchup right now, and with that ward coverage, this Darius is fully secure from any gank attempt.
Has that top side warded out. Has the, I mean, that's just the proxy. What it's going to do for you. Here we go. Kaylor flashing
flash
in.
over. Kaylor onto the Nautilus right now. Boogie, it's set up for him to take this kill. It will happen like that. Great gank again from Kaylor. Set up very nicely. And of course, that AD carry we were talking about, Boogie gets on the board for himself.
Yeah, didn't hook into the wall with that flash escape either. Kind of just went into Kaylor instead. And that just kind of solidified the death of Nautilus there. So Daddy Zillion gonna fall. The farm on the AD carry is quite even, but now that Boogie picks up a kill, could potentially be swaying in the way of NWE here. Lanier just putting the beat down on Scion. We talked about it in the draft. It's happening in game, as still not a single soul looks at Rift Herald and says, we want this crab.
I give Rift Herald some love. That's what we need to see
By
from
killing
that.
it.
Yes, well, they call it the Valentine's Day Massacre for a reason. It's not Valentine's Day. By the way, Grims,
yeah, how was our
happy-
date? Let's not
Yep.
talk about that on stream.
Okay, we'll forget about that. We'll talk about that another time. I mean, the effort is never mind. Sejani on Shelly right now. She's under threat. She's getting some love, some attention. That's all it takes sometimes, guys. Some a little bit of attention here, there. They roam Daddy Zillion up there as well. They won't require his tools or assistance for this one. Smite is going to be good, and that's going to be dropped onto TJ. He will walk that one straight back up to that top lane and continue to pile on the pressure to Varus up there. As we see a little bit of a different matchup for Varus there. He took out the Mordekaiser last time out, but opts for the Scion in this case.
They really are not putting any of their, their resources into the bot side here. Mace and Daddy, they're just on their lonesome in this matchup, and it is a bit sad. I kind of hope they wouldn't play this way. I wanted to play bot into mid, but they're just going to be giving up this next dragon as well due to that topside play. Paneer, though, he's running down. They're kind of encircling in.
1500.
Attacking all sides.
Zap goes out. Mega Death Rocket. No smite. That's going to be stolen by Jinx. He'll be
Wow.
turned around. Curse to the Sad Mummy on 4 huge plays. Lightning Crash. Boogie dropping the bomb on everybody. Bushfire through. Gets the double kill. Dragon stolen. But man, Zeri gets paid.
Jake's picking up the dragon, and Boogie picks up 2 kills and an assist. Now, Boogie has been the main source of damage for NWE, and you just got donated a ton of gold to do that job. They do miss out on that dragon, and that is going to be a bit of sad that they even up the score line. This Rift Herald could give TJ Lanier a huge advantage in topside, and thus a huge advantage for DZG. If they can utilize it here. Oh, look at this. Boogie again, pick up plates. This is huge. Boogie going to get online first before the Jinx. I think this is a huge mistake from DZG not playing towards their Jinx.
Oh, well, 2,000 on this area right now. JC under threat as Jinx walks forward. Maze gets a rocket. Doesn't have enough to actually finish off that kill. As Kaylor came in at the right time, and Karma will walk away as we're transitioned back up to that top lane. Pressure still on the Scion. He's got a Bami, he's got a Tabai in there as well. It's going to help him out. So the longer it goes on, it's going to be harder to kill this man. But certainly TJ is pushing that as much as he can. But the Scion is up in CS here, Crims.
Scion has been up in CS. I mean, like, Lanier's looked for more plays. Also did the Rift Herald, mind you. So I think that despite being up in CS, Lanier, it's not like
the
it's
kill
not like
makes
it's
up
gone to
for it.
waste. Yeah, there's the kill, the Rift Herald, there was an attempted roam, it didn't go anywhere. But the plates, I mean, back plates, though, that look for Varus. Eventually going to outscale the Darius and Lanier. They have to do something. They put resources outside that they got them to follow through.
I'm a little bit surprised that Maryland didn't find Johnny. They know their jungle went on in this game, so there's a strong chance that Johnny is up here. I'm going to move his path towards her right now. Realize that blue completed on Darius, so they might be feeling good about it, but Kaylor is going to be here to shield his top laner from that dive scar of the week. It's going to be the electrocute proc onto Argo as well, so good trade coming through from Merlin, who we haven't really spoken about thus far in the game, Crim.
The mid laners have just been silently farming away. Not too involved. They were at that dragon fight. Besides the one gank, nothing much happened in that mid lane. Turrets quite even as well. Here we go, an invade. Kaylor might be finding a death screen.
Oh, Gromp is going to be the first one to fall there.
Come on,
Decimated smash. Cursed Sad Mummy going to go down. Decimate goes out to heal Lani for a second. Flash forward from Kaylor. Misses the banish toss. It might not matter here as the Decimate comes in again. Noxie Guillotine will get the execute proc. It's on a Varus. Now he has to flash away. Paneer flash Arctic Assault lands it as well. He interrupted. Noxie Guillotine. Where is it? Oh, he doesn't get it, but he gets the Decimate instead. They'll take the Blast Cone to his safety. They're successful up there, but look in the bot side. Boogie takes that turret, no question about it. Goes forward to the Lightning Crash, back onto the Nautilus. He gets hooked up. Staggering blow, passive shutdown, goes over to Maze. They turn it around, they lose their damn turret, but man, they pick up 2 on the most important person on this team. Maze gets 2.
Maze has the Kraken, and despite that exhaust, had enough damage to blow through the CC coming from Zaddy there. Was able to assist the Jinx in getting that kill. I can't believe they actually out-damaged the Zeri. I know Zeri needs more time to scale, but that was ridiculous. And
The
now,
power of the knot.
Yeah, the Nautilus CC coming in clutch as Maze, huge comeback in the bot lane, and is still behind Boogie in gold, but has very much caught up. And now they can start thinking about taking these team fights on even footing.
I think if Boogie was a little bit more patient, that Zillion would have hooked the previous where that turret would lay. Oh, Kaylor gets baited by
Oh,
the
here we
ward,
go.
gets hooked up. We're just talking about the Nautilus, and he hooks up the jungler. And that's going to be another kill. That's the third kill over. The AD carries both 3 kills apiece, 1 assist in this game, and it's a question who's going to get fed more.
They're trying to have a race of who's going to carry this game. Amumu is probably not going to be able to make it to this dragon if it's a slow take. If they try to stall on the side of NWE, they might be able to get their Amumu there, but that is a tall and risky order. Meanwhile, we have the mid lane. They're duking it out for that prio. Argo just won that little trade right there. And TJ Lanier, I mean, he's been roaming all over the map on this Darius. You expect him to be making an impact somewhere else on the map.
Yeah, Trinity Force picked up very early on, actually, from TJ. Had a great game. Flash for flash on both of the mid laners. That might prove important, especially since the Scion is here. Doesn't connect the ultimate, though, so he's a little bit short on Argo. If that does connect, that would sell him nicely for Kaylor, but that's a missed window of opportunity. Doesn't get the bearings right on that one, I guess, and it goes wide.
Barely not able to get that play. Just need a couple more seconds for the knockup. And then Kaylor could have followed. Doesn't have the flash, so the play ends right there. Rift Herald now going to be contested. They spent a lot of resources getting Dragon from DZG. However, not feeling comfortable on the side of NW. They don't have their mid laner. All their damage is away
back,
from this
Shelly.
Rift. Yeah, Shelly's just going to go ahead and run on back to the pit. And looks like they're going to be taking it from the side of DZG. So DZG, this is a hot streak of plays for them. They're looking really good in this mid game.
Dreadzone Gaming, Tartarus, they got 4 strong, and Shelly's home right now. Varus hovering outside of that one. We'll realize it'll be done. Gets hooked in by the Nautilus, making all the plays here. Gets knocked into the meat grinder. And Maze will collect that one. So for the first time in the game, Maze takes the lead in kills in the AD carry department. Argo eats the Scar of the Week. Lasers through the wall from Boogie. Does not land. Flash forward again. The Dreadzone going to land on Merlin. Deptard going to go down. Going to get rooted up with the gravity field as well. Kaylor. Rockets coming in. Set up nicely for Maze. Kaylor will fall again, but Boogie trained back successfully. That's a burst fire. That's a crits coming through as the lightning crash taking over the team fight for a second there. Still going. Maze's rockets too much. Flash away. Mega Depth rocket forward. JC just lives. This app does not connect, but Pioneer will finish off the Zeri.
Oh, Boogie falls to the smite, and TJ Lanier has the scuttle, completely decimating 2 turrets in a row. JCV can help the sign chase down Varus, but are they going to go for it? Not really. Wait, Lanier, what are you... Okay, he's going for it.
You're not Scion.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
okay.
Oh,
He doesn't
no.
get it. He was stalling for time. It was a play, Lamb. He was stalling for time. His team gets mid lane in the meantime, and now they're 4K up. They win a team fight. It was close. That was on knife's edge on which team was going to be picking that up. And it looks like DZG are the ones to pick up that win there. With the turrets down, they have supreme control of the map. And it's looking like they can make a nice play on that dragon in 2 minutes, notwithstanding crazy plays being made.
TJ very methodical with it. Gives the shutdown over to the Karma, but the unfortunate thing is she did complete Radiant Virtue with that. So that's going to be a good item picked up for the Karma in this case. I mean, it's probably the best one that the shutdown could go over to, in all honesty. So TJ definitely having fun with it. Actually used the ghost, went back and then says, why am I running? I'll just get right back in here. 1v2 time.
TJ never strays from a fight.
No, he doesn't. No retreat, no surrender. Having TJ on your solo queue team must be an absolute nightmare.
Or a blessing. It's one
or
or the
blessing. Other. Yeah, or blessing. It goes 2 ways. Yeah, the yin and yang. They need to balance themselves out, and I'm sure they do.
As we have Argos trying to make headway on the bot side. Varus just going to be farming up in the face of a Victor. Has the Jack show completed. Lots of tanky stats. They're going for TJ now.
Flash, because she said, Mummy, Nautilus rooted up, but they will get TJ. We were just talking about him. The curse of the caster death full in effect today. He will fall for the second time in this game.
All right, TJ. I mean, he was deathless, and now it just ends up with 2 right off the back. Has the Black Cleaver, so that's going to be a very good item against a tank Scion here. I guess they're just trying to clear wards, maybe potentially bait out some over-aggression around the Baron here. Oh, they're trying to do a little sneaky Baron take. Wait, oh, Mace has not been spotted. They don't see this. Wait.
Wait, what?
Oh, so Nautilus is close enough to the Baron where Paneer is getting the damage reduction. Okay, now he's too far away. And now Paneer is taking significantly more damage, but this is going to sell the fact that they're not doing the Baron if he shows in the mid lane. And they steal it away. There's just not enough vision clearance around this Baron, and they sneak it with 2 on the Baron. That was an excellent play, and something I think more teams should be doing. I mean, the new Baron Lamb is so much weaker, especially after you complete your jungle item. If you have 3 people in a Baron, you could just take it.
Remarkable plays. And I mean, if you want to win the game, these are decisions that you have to make, and you have to make them fast. And so far, Dreadzone, Game, and Tartarus, they're really reciprocating what they did in game 1. You know, they're organized, but this time they have a much more significant goal lead. Let's see if they can hold on to it here. Is Daddy Zillion is definitely the catalyst for setting up this team. It's going to get hooked up. Scar of the Week landed first. Kaler goes across as well, but the Nautilus is a lot to commit for. But look at Darius right now. He's breaking open the base.
Yeah, TJ, he's on an inhib, and Varus not comfortable in fighting him makes sense as well. So that's just a free inhib being taken. That's going to be a lot of pressure, and right at this dragon timing as well.
Very risky dragon. Lightning Crash already used. Dev Charge on his Zeri actually knocks up 2. Mega Death Rocket goes wide.
They need a Mumu.
Keep the Boogie alive for now. Argo kills him though. They're still looking to kill Killer instead. Merlin will trade back as he claims the opposing mid laner. Here's Zillion turning around. That's not Zillion, that's the Nautilus. Will the engage come through again? Sound decimated smash. Yeah, the base has been destroyed. TJ saying, buy time, guys. I got this. The wave coming in. They traded respectfully down there. Rockets landing on Varus. They're trying to get back because they know that the Darius is looking to do mischievous things. They leave Varus alone. The ultimate comes out. The zap will not slow. Oh my god. TJ is tilting me here, Crims.
He doesn't want to join the fight. He'd rather crack open the base, 2 inhibs as well. Gonna flash away.
He's out, baby. He's out.
And not only do they pick up double inhibs Lamb, they get that 3rd dragon as well. TJ,
amazing.
He's taking it to him. Amazing. That was a great macro play. And you would have missed it, Lamb. He was down in that base. He was doing it. No one was paying attention to him.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And now he's taking red buff. I love it. Oh, what a guy. What a guy. Definitely up there is one of the most exciting top laners that I've seen take to the game. And also he played mid lane. So is there anything this man can't do? He's broken open the base, 2 inhibitors, plus they get soul point. I mean, that's getting paid insurmountably by just what one individual can do on that. And he bought enough time at that dragon that they forced them off of it. NWE, they just couldn't answer.
Yeah, they were barely winning the team fight as it is. And imagine if TJ was there or not. They take it and they get the base as well. And now Kalar trying to find an exit, but there is a lot of enemy space he's going to run through before he can be in the safe. Oh, we're just going to ignore that anchor toss as he decides to commit the ultimate instead.
Oh, somebody tried to back there.
BMing.
Stop it.
They're BMing.
Stop
They're
it.
BMing.
Stop it. Not like this. The curse of Tutankhamun. He will be avenged. He will be avenged.
Well, they've slain the little boy as they continue on. And Argo is going to be continually knocking down. Yeah, there's a lot of health issues. It was non-violent death.
All right. No Baron, but they got 2 waves of supers coming in here. potentially looking to end the game. Glacial Prison lands. Looks like they're going to get the Syndra. Okay, one carry already gone. Varus going away. Lightning Crash going to be pulled by Boogie. Big actually pulls it back. This is set up nicely for Boogie. He gets
Boogie's
one
alive.
already. Ultra shot through the wall with an inhibitor. He's got 3. He's looking for 4. This is a quadruple. This is a miracle. This is a Cinderella story. That's a pentakill for Boogie.
Boogie, he's holding the base down. The last standing member picks up an ace as well. Just doing it all on his lonesome. Survives. You got to hand it to him. He's making them work for it on the side of DZG. Look at this. All right, almost completely evening up the kills. That gold lead has massively shrunk. And Boogie is the most fed member in this game by far. Just got full build here, Lamb. DZG, I don't think they can make that mistake again. Give Boogie one more shot. He might just turn this game back around.
Don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the Boogie. He's doing it, Crims. I wanted to say that for so
All the
long.
Zoomers in chat have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, that was pretty bad. Probably ended right there.
Yeah.
They put up the defense. They get that goal deficit down to 4,000 now, but the base still in shambles. But these inhibitors are very close to spawning back. But another but, 2 buts. 35 seconds on that Baron.
That Baron gonna be contested. It's gonna be hard for them to get in. Oh, Kaler might have just took a step too far.
Yep.
Absolutely deleted. And that Baron Hope is completely been decimated. They're just going to go ahead and turn around, wait those 17 seconds, pick up the 3B, and then they're looking at Dragon.
Well, let me say this. So that initial pentakill build-up was started because they were messing with a Mumu. I told you he'd be avenged, Crims. He follows this case.
Oh, they got to line it up for you.
I
Look
don't
at that.
think. I don't
That's
think.
the bow to the show.
Is it going to be avenged here? I don't think so. They do this Baron so quickly. A minute on that next Dragon, which will be the sole point in this game. This is going to be contested. Inhibitor in the top side is up now. That one in the mid lane is very close to being up as well. As you can see, those supers are no longer spawning.
Yeah, they have it. They have a shot, Lamb. They have a shot. The Baron's not going to be put to use. They're going to have all 5 around this Dragon. This is it. This is that climax to the entire series. It's finally happening.
Oh, he went in to set it up. He gets pulled into the wall by Lanier. They'll focus on knowledge first. Boogie on the board again. Is he looking to return it? Lanier 1v4. Oh, he gets to execute onto Boogie. The damage is gone. TJ going big. Maze gets the slow with a rocket. Bandage toss to death. And that will be going over to Paneer. They stole the Dragon take, but they have to hightail it because Boogie fell first.
That is a highlight play from TJ. Gets the apprehend, doesn't pull Merlin over the wall, but is able to blast cone, finish up the kill, gets the double decimate, and puts the lights out on Boogie. Picking up that last Dragon. I mean, TJ really carried that play, and Mace was just able to pick up the kills on the back end. This Darius is looking really good from TJ.
He's a problem, and all it takes is a flash in, and he didn't even flash. In fact, he walked over, hit that blast cone, and then all of a sudden, he's in the midst of stalling out this game, actually winning the game for his team. But unfortunately for him, NWE do peel back enough that they cannot end this game right now. But those inhibitors are certainly going to be the focus here. Is that sole point going to be completed as well? Having that Hextech Dragon Soul accompanied by 3 individual Hextechs, a lot of cooldown reduction, a lot of attack speed, and it's going to help this Jinx so much more.
Mace has not completed that last item yet. And that's going to be a huge deal for taking on the Scion Lamb. If they fight front to back, it might be a bit rougher on their side. Meanwhile, Boogie has just decided to get the QSS, doesn't have armor pendant of their own. And these tanks, that means these tanks are going to be surviving quite a long time in the front line. And TJ just quickly cleaned up that last fight. I don't think it happens again.
They're going to engage. Sion gets two. Boogie hits the lightning crash right now. They'll already delete the Nautilus. That's only the support, though. They're going on the Argo. Split off to the side
Oh,
here. Ver's
Boogie's
still going to
hinting the
face tank that
kills.
one. Argo will go down. That's Boogie returning the fire on the side. He's getting the wraparound. The Ultra Shock Laser goes through. Hits Paneer, but the returning
gets
fire.
excited.
Maze. The crits. The Jinx. Kaler goes low. He's going to fall. And they're still looking for more. That's a triple on the Maze. They're stalling for the Sion. That's going to be the Quadra. Come on, baby. Hit him with the zap. Hit him with the zap. Ah, he's out
they're not
of town.
giving it
He's
to him.
gone. Lania, you know, TJ's just trying to end the damn game. Apprehends Merlin. Decimates Merlin just like the base. Maze onto that Nexus turret. This looks like the end of the game. What a classic. What a game. And it looks like they'll give Varus at the very end to put the icing on the cake. That's the ace. That's the mace. That's Jinx. That's the game. That Dreadzone game in Tartarus going victorious in week 3.
They're just going to go ahead and slide in that banger of a last game into this series here, Lamb. Amazing plays from both sides. Boogie almost carried his team to a victory. That was a close one, but he had to run into TJ Lanier, of all people, puts the lights out at that dragon fight. And then again, Mace carrying out counter to Boogie in that last team fight. Just the Rockets getting excited, going crazy, picking up the kills. Can't overstep against that Jinx. Lamb, this grew into an amazing last game. What a way to close out this series.
13 kills on Boogie, 11 on Maze. What a performance. Both AD carries. We knew it would come down to that Jinx, and that early triple kill that Jinx managed to pick up certainly bode well. Actually, it wasn't a triple, I believe it was double. Picked up another for free, evened it out with Boogie, and ever since then, it was the AD carry show in this game. But Crims, I don't know about you. I'm more interested in those damage charts right now. I need to know which AD carry did more damage in this game.
Oh, it's going to be going over to Maze. Picks up most of the damage. I mean, with the AoE rockets, as well as the Scion, Mumu, and Karma to just completely pad out those damage stats, was able to AoE down, and Zeri just had to knock them down one at a time. But I mean, look at that. Look at these AD carries here in full force. Both hearts of each of their teams, respectively. Boogie, I mean, he tried to carry every single game. He only had one chance in this last game to do it. And unfortunately for him, Maze gets that final rocket into the Zeri, picks up the kills from that point on, rolls over. And TJ Lanier just destroying the base in the meantime. You know how he does it.
I feel like that was the catalyst as much as it was the AD carry show. It was the TJ show, baby. Even in game 2, it was the TJ show. He picked in Sion. He made it look good, put on a show for the fans, and then said, watch this. I'm going to win this game. And man, he did it in style. While the rest of the team were looking for those 5v4s, or 4v5s rather, this man was just taking objectives left, right, and center, cracked open the base, and then ultimately by then for NWE, it was too much to handle.
Yeah, it was 2 versus 1, I guess you could say, as TJ Lanier was just steamrolling the top side just like game 1 and was able to be very effective in these fights. And now with that, DZG, they have their win on the board. New Wave Esports, they did have a good showing in this series, and they did as well against Emotional Damage. It's just hard for them, I guess, to pull it together 2 times in a row for the series win. They always get one good game in, but they can never double up on it.
Well, consistency is everything. We both know that. That's why we're on the desk every Wednesday. And you know, something that was really consistent through all of this was Boogie, right? Boogie was the heartbeat of that team time and time again. We kept reiterating the fact that if they've got a chance to win this game, it's going to come through that man. He gets the pentakill, but unfortunately, TJ exists. He ruins that whole pentakill scenario. It didn't matter, but man, it looked good. And once that Zeri pentakill was secured, I was certainly hyped about it. So commiserations have to go out to New World Esports Nova as Dreadzone Game and Tartarus, they get that loss streak out of the way, Crim. So fresh start for these guys now.
Yep, they could turn it around. One more win, and then they're 2-2. So Tartarus well on their way for that mid of the pack scramble. New Wave Esports, they're gonna have to do some rethinking. They can win games. You can see it. They can do it. They just need to pull out a more consistent strategy, something that they can go back to time and time again. I think putting Boogie on Zeri is a good idea. It was banned in the games, and when it was let through, had his time to shine, and there's a reason for it. So I think they need to activate how to play around Boogie a little more. Also carried in that game and emotional damage as well. I mean, heartbeat of the team is the carry. What you need to figure out the rest of the pieces, help support your fellow AD carry, and you're going to pick up more wins. It's a solid way to play the game right now. They just need to hone in on it.
Yeah, Exodia definitely in the near future, but you have to assemble the pieces, guys. That's usually how Exodia works for the Yugi fanatics. That was once upon a time. Boomers on the desk. But guys, we need to put a close to week 3 of Conqueror League. And I mean, I know it's been a stop and start stream, but man, we've had some fun today. We want to thank everybody for sticking around who did, for very thoroughly enjoyable third game for that conclusion to this week. So, if you want to see Titan Esports again, you're gonna have to wait till Monday, unfortunately. But I mean, next week is gonna be just as good this week, if not better, as we creep very slowly towards playoffs. And pretty soon, all these weeks are going to be so valuable for all these teams, and every win's going to count, Crims. Every single one. And we're going to try and be there every single Wednesday to bring you all the action. And again, the interviews, they will all be post-stream. Just get in contact with the boy, the producer. I'm going to shout out right now, looking, holding it down, even with the audio issues, everything like that. We definitely appreciate you standing it out and trying to fix this on stream for us, and putting this on for me and Crims every Wednesday, of course. So, guys, next Monday will be your next action at Titan Esports. But from me, Lamb, from Crims, from our producer, all the staff at Titan Esports, we're going to bid you a good night. God bless. We'll see you next time Titan Esports rolls around.